The Balance Within, Mastering Self-Discipline Without Burnout. Chapter 1. The Essence of Self-Discipline. Self-discipline is often regarded as the cornerstone of success, yet it is frequently misunderstood. While many equate it to willpower or sheer determination, true self-discipline is much deeper and more sustainable. It is the ability to align your actions with your long-term goals and values, even when faced with challenges, distractions, or temptations. In this chapter, we'll explore what self-discipline truly means, why it is vital for personal and professional growth, and how to view it as a skill that anyone can develop. What is self-discipline? At its core, self-discipline is the ability to control your behavior in a way that drives you toward your goals. It means choosing actions that serve your long-term interests over immediate gratification. For example, choosing to exercise rather than watch TV, saving money instead of spending it impulsively, or dedicating time to study instead of scrolling through social media. However, self-discipline is not about perfection or rigidity. It is about consistency and making intentional choices, even when you slip up. Key characteristics of self-discipline: self-awareness, knowing what you truly want and recognizing what habits, emotions, or distractions might hinder your progress. Self-control, the ability to resist temptations and delay gratification. Persistence, staying committed despite setbacks or a lack of immediate results. Adaptability, adjusting your approach when obstacles arise without losing sight of your goal. Self-discipline versus willpower, the crucial difference. Many people confuse self-discipline with willpower. While willpower is a limited resource that allows you to resist temptation or push through discomfort in the short term, self-discipline is a sustainable approach to creating habits and systems that reduce reliance on willpower. For example, willpower might help you resist eating a slice of cake at a party. Self-discipline is the consistent practice of planning meals and creating an environment where you don't feel tempted by unhealthy food. Relying solely on willpower is exhausting because it requires constant decision-making and emotional effort. Self-discipline, on the other hand, automates good decisions by building habits and routines, making it easier to stay consistent over time. Why self-discipline matters. Self-discipline is the foundation for achieving meaningful goals. Without it, dreams often remain unfulfilled, and even the best intentions fall by the wayside. Here are some of the ways self-discipline impacts different areas of life. 1. Personal growth. Self-discipline enables you to break free from limiting habits and develop new skills or behaviors that align with your aspirations. For instance, committing to a daily journaling practice can enhance self-awareness and emotional intelligence, while sticking to a workout routine improves physical health and mental clarity. 2. Professional success. In the workplace, self-discipline translates into better time management, meeting deadlines, and staying focused on tasks that drive results. It sets high performers apart, as they consistently deliver quality work and maintain a growth-oriented mindset. 3. Emotional well-being. Contrary to the misconception that self-discipline is about suppressing emotions, it actually fosters emotional resilience. By creating a structured life, you reduce stress and gain confidence in your ability to handle challenges. 4. Relationships. Self-discipline allows you to communicate more effectively, resolve conflicts calmly, and invest time in nurturing meaningful relationships. For instance, choosing to listen attentively rather than reacting impulsively can strengthen bonds with others. Self-discipline as a skill. The good news is that self-discipline is not an innate trait reserved for a select few. It is a skill that can be learned and refined over time, much like learning to play an instrument or mastering a new language. The 4 stages of developing self-discipline: awareness, recognizing the areas of your life where discipline is lacking and the consequences of inaction. Commitment, setting a clear intention to improve, often starting with small, manageable changes. Practice, repeating actions consistently, even when motivation wanes. This stage often involves building habits and overcoming obstacles. Mastery, reaching a point where discipline becomes second nature, and you rely less on conscious effort. The misconceptions about self-discipline. Many people shy away from the idea of self-discipline because they associate it with negativity or sacrifice. Let's debunk some common myths. Myth 1: self-discipline means sacrificing happiness. The truth is, self-discipline is about creating freedom. By doing the hard things now, you set yourself up for greater satisfaction and fewer regrets later. For instance, saving money instead of spending impulsively may feel restrictive at first, but it ultimately provides financial security and peace of mind. Myth 2: you either have it or you don't. As mentioned earlier, self-discipline is a skill, not a fixed trait. It can be developed by anyone willing to put in the effort and practice. Myth 3: self-discipline is always hard. While starting new habits can be challenging, over time, discipline becomes easier as your brain rewires itself to prefer productive behaviors. What once felt difficult eventually becomes automatic. How self-discipline impacts personal and professional growth. Example 1: Personal growth. Consider Sarah, a writer who struggled with procrastination. By adopting self-discipline, she committed to writing 500 words every morning. Over time, this routine not only improved her writing skills but also built her confidence, allowing her to complete a novel within a year. Example 2: Professional success. James, a sales executive, used to struggle with time management. By practicing self-discipline, he began prioritizing high-impact tasks using the Eisenhower matrix and avoided distractions like checking email constantly. As a result, his productivity soared, and he achieved record-breaking sales. Your first step toward self-discipline. Before moving to the next chapter, take a moment to reflect on the following. Identify one area of your life where self-discipline is lacking. Write down a small, actionable step you can take today to improve in that area. Commit to repeating this action daily for the next week. Remember, the journey of self-discipline begins with small, intentional choices. By mastering these foundational steps, you'll be well equipped to explore the deeper strategies discussed in the chapters ahead. Key takeaway: self-discipline is not about perfection or self-denial, it's about creating a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. By cultivating this skill, you unlock the potential for sustained personal growth, professional success, and emotional well-being. Chapter 2: The psychology of self-control. Self-control, the backbone of self-discipline, is both a psychological and neurological phenomenon. Understanding how your brain processes impulses, habits, and rewards is the first step toward mastering it. By exploring the science behind self-control and the role of dopamine in motivation, you can equip yourself with tools to overcome the allure of instant gratification and align your behavior with long-term goals. How the brain processes habits and impulses. The human brain is a complex organ designed to balance immediate survival needs with long-term planning. Two key areas of the brain play crucial roles in self-control: the prefrontal cortex, located in the front of your brain. This is the command center for decision-making, planning, and self-regulation. It allows you to evaluate consequences, suppress impulses, and prioritize future rewards over instant gratification. The limbic system, often called the emotional brain, it processes emotions and drives. It reacts quickly to stimuli, which can lead to impulsive decisions, especially when the prefrontal cortex is fatigued or overwhelmed. When self-control fails, it's often because the limbic system overrides the prefrontal cortex, leading you to choose immediate pleasure over a delayed, more significant benefit. Example: imagine you're trying to resist a sugary snack. Your prefrontal cortex reminds you of your fitness goals, but the limbic system reacts to the sight and smell of the treat, creating a craving. Without strategies to strengthen your prefrontal cortex or mitigate the limbic system's influence, the craving might win. The role of dopamine in motivation and self-discipline. Dopamine, often called the feel-good neurotransmitter, plays a critical role in both motivation and reward. However, its function is more nuanced than simply making you feel good. Dopamine drives you to seek out and repeat actions that your brain perceives as rewarding. How dopamine influences behavior: anticipation of reward. Dopamine spikes not when you receive a reward but when you anticipate it. This anticipation motivates you to take action. Reinforcement of habits. Repeated behaviors that lead to rewards create neural pathways strengthened by dopamine, making those behaviors automatic over time. Unfortunately, modern environments are filled with hyperpalatable rewards, e.g. junk food, social media likes, binge-worthy TV shows, that flood your brain with dopamine, hijacking your motivation system and making self-discipline harder. Practical insight: understanding that dopamine is about anticipation rather than the reward itself can help you hack your motivation. By creating small milestones and rewarding yourself for progress, you can trigger dopamine releases that sustain your discipline. The battle between instant gratification and long-term goals. Instant gratification is the tendency to choose short-term pleasure over long-term benefits. It is hardwired into the brain as a survival mechanism, ensuring that early humans prioritized immediate needs like food and safety. However, in today's world, this tendency can lead to counterproductive behaviors, such as procrastination, overeating, or overspending. To counteract it, you must train your brain to delay gratification and focus on long-term rewards. Strategies to overcome instant gratification: practice the 10-minute rule. When faced with a temptation, commit to waiting 10 minutes before indulging. This pause gives your prefrontal cortex time to reassert control. Use visual cues for long-term goals. Keep reminders of your goals visible, e.g. a vision board or a photo of your dream destination. These cues help activate the prefrontal cortex and keep your focus on the bigger picture. Reframe rewards: shift your mindset by associating short-term sacrifices with positive long-term outcomes. For instance, instead of viewing exercise as a chore, see it as an investment in your future health and energy levels. Why self-control feels exhausting, and how to prevent it. Self-control can feel draining because it requires cognitive effort. This phenomenon, known as ego depletion, suggests that self-control is a finite resource that diminishes with use. For example, resisting dessert at lunch might make it harder to focus on work in the afternoon or resist binge-watching TV later. How to combat ego depletion: build habits to reduce decision fatigue. The more decisions you make in a day, the more likely you are to experience ego depletion. Automate as many decisions as possible, such as meal planning or setting a daily work schedule. Prioritize high-value tasks early. Use your peak mental energy for the most important tasks of the day. Reserve less cognitively demanding activities for later. Practice self-compassion. When you slip up, avoid harsh self-criticism, which can deplete your mental energy further. Acknowledge the lapse and refocus on your goals. The role of environment in self-control. Your environment significantly influences your ability to exercise self-control. By shaping your surroundings to reduce temptations and support positive habits, you can make self-discipline easier. Environmental design tips: eliminate temptations, keep unhealthy snacks out of sight and replace them with healthy options. Create cues for positive habits. Leave your workout clothes by your bed to remind you to exercise in the morning. Reduce friction for good behaviors. If you want to read more, keep a book on your desk or nightstand instead of your phone. Mindset shifts for strengthening self-control. Embrace a growth mindset. Believe that self-control is a skill you can improve with practice. Setbacks are opportunities to learn, not failures. Focus on identity, not just outcomes. Instead of saying, "I want to lose weight," say, "I am a healthy person." This subtle shift reinforces behaviors that align with your identity. Celebrate progress. Acknowledge even small wins. Each step forward strengthens your belief in your ability to stay disciplined. A practical exercise: the gratification ladder. To practice delaying gratification and build self-control, use the following exercise. Identify a temptation. Write down one activity or indulgence that often distracts you from your goals. Create a delay plan. Commit to delaying this activity for an increasing amount of time each day, e.g. 5 minutes today, 10 minutes tomorrow. Replace with a positive action. During the delay, engage in a productive activity, such as reading, journaling, or stretching. Reflect on the outcome. Afterward, note how you feel. Over time, you'll notice reduced cravings and increased control over your impulses. The ripple effect of self-control. Developing self-control in one area of your life often leads to improvements in others. This phenomenon, known as behavioral spillover, occurs because self-discipline strengthens neural pathways that support decision-making and impulse regulation. Example: when you start a consistent exercise routine, you may find it easier to make healthier food choices or stick to a productive work schedule. Key takeaways. Self-control is rooted in the brain's interplay between the prefrontal cortex and the limbic system. Dopamine drives motivation but can also lead to unhealthy habits if not managed. Overcoming instant gratification requires intentional strategies like pausing, reframing rewards, and designing supportive environments. Self-control can feel draining, but habits, self-compassion, and environmental design can help sustain it. Strengthening self-control in one area often creates positive ripple effects in other aspects of life. By understanding the psychology of self-control, you can make informed, intentional choices that align with your long-term aspirations. Mastering these principles lays the foundation for building sustainable self-discipline without burnout, which we will explore further in the next chapters. Chapter 3. Burnout, the hidden enemy. Self-discipline is often celebrated as the key to achieving success and personal growth. However, when pursued without balance, it can lead to one of the most detrimental obstacles to progress, burnout. Burnout is not merely a state of exhaustion, it is a chronic condition that affects your physical health, emotional well-being, and ability to function effectively. Understanding the nature of burnout, its warning signs, and how to prevent it is essential for mastering self-discipline sustainably. What is burnout and how does it develop? Burnout is a state of chronic physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion caused by prolonged stress or overexertion. Originally recognized in high-stress professions, it is now understood to be a widespread phenomenon that can affect anyone striving to meet high expectations without adequate recovery. Characteristics of burnout: emotional exhaustion, feeling drained, overwhelmed, or unable to cope. Detachment or cynicism, developing a negative, detached, or indifferent attitude toward tasks, people, or goals. Reduced efficiency, struggling to complete tasks effectively, even those that were once manageable or enjoyable. How burnout develops: burnout often begins subtly, as a mismatch between effort and recovery. When you push yourself too hard, whether at work, in personal endeavors, or while pursuing self-improvement, without sufficient rest, your body and mind start to rebel. Over time, this imbalance leads to a downward spiral. The burnout cycle: overcommitment, taking on too much due to ambition, pressure, or the inability to say no. Neglect of self-care, sacrificing rest, leisure, or emotional well-being in the name of productivity. Diminishing returns, experiencing decreased energy, focus, and enthusiasm despite working harder. Exhaustion and collapse, reaching a point where even minimal tasks feel impossible. Recognizing the early warning signs of burnout. Preventing burnout requires recognizing its early symptoms. The sooner you identify the warning signs, the easier it is to intervene and restore balance. Physical signs: chronic fatigue or low energy levels. Frequent headaches, muscle tension, or stomach problems. Sleep disturbances, such as insomnia or restless sleep. Emotional signs: increased irritability, frustration, or impatience. Feeling unmotivated or apathetic about activities you once enjoyed. Experiencing feelings of helplessness, hopelessness, or inadequacy. Behavioral signs: procrastination or avoidance of responsibilities. Over-reliance on caffeine, alcohol, or other substances to cope. Withdrawal from social interactions or support systems. Key insight: burnout often masquerades as simple stress. While stress can be managed by adjusting your workload or taking a break, burnout requires deeper, more sustained interventions to address its root causes. Why discipline without balance leads to diminishing returns. Paradoxically, excessive discipline can undermine the very goals it aims to achieve. When self-discipline becomes rigid or relentless, it creates a narrow focus on output at the expense of overall well-being. The productivity trap: initial surge. When you first push yourself harder, you may experience a temporary boost in productivity or progress. Plateau. Over time, the lack of recovery erodes your energy and creativity, leading to stagnation. Decline. Eventually, chronic overexertion results in mistakes, missed opportunities, and even setbacks. The role of perfectionism. Perfectionism often drives unsustainable discipline. Striving for flawlessness creates constant pressure to do more, be better, and never falter. This mindset leaves little room for rest, self-compassion, or the acceptance of imperfection, all of which are essential for long-term success. Example: imagine a student who decides to study for 12 hours a day to ace their exams. Initially, their performance might improve, but after a few weeks, they become sleep-deprived, mentally fatigued, and emotionally drained. Despite their best efforts, their grades begin to slip because their brain can no longer retain information effectively. The science of recovery: why rest is essential. The antidote to burnout lies in intentional recovery. Rest is not a luxury or a sign of weakness. It is a critical component of sustained self-discipline and peak performance. The physiological impact of overwork, cortisol overload. Prolonged stress leads to elevated cortisol levels, which can impair memory, reduce immune function, and increase the risk of chronic diseases. Brain fatigue: overexertion depletes glucose in the prefrontal cortex, diminishing decision-making, focus, and willpower. The benefits of rest and recovery: improved cognitive function. Adequate rest replenishes glucose and enhances memory, creativity, and problem-solving abilities. Emotional resilience: sleep and relaxation reduce stress, improve mood, and bolster your ability to handle challenges. Physical health: regular breaks and relaxation reduce the risk of burnout-related illnesses, such as hypertension, heart disease, and chronic fatigue. Strategies to prevent and recover from burnout. Adopt the work-rest balance mindset. Recognize that discipline includes both effort and recovery. Schedule regular breaks throughout your day, as well as longer periods of rest during weekends or vacations. Prioritize sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Create a bedtime routine that includes winding down, avoiding screens, and cultivating a calm environment. Practice mindful time management. Use tools like the Eisenhower matrix to prioritize tasks and delegate or eliminate low-value activities. Break your day into focused work intervals, e.g. the Pomodoro technique, with planned breaks to recharge. Set healthy boundaries. Learn to say no to commitments that don't align with your goals or values. Limit exposure to environments or people that drain your energy. Cultivate self-compassion. Replace harsh self-criticism with constructive self-talk. Acknowledge that progress is not linear and that rest is part of the process. Incorporate active recovery. Engage in activities that relax and rejuvenate you, such as yoga, meditation, or spending time in nature. Choose hobbies that bring joy without adding pressure, like reading, painting, or gardening. Building a sustainable foundation for self-discipline. To achieve your goals without succumbing to burnout, you must shift from a mindset of relentless productivity to one of sustainable progress. This involves cultivating a balance between discipline, rest, and self-care. Key principles: pace yourself. Treat self-discipline as a marathon, not a sprint. Break goals into manageable chunks and celebrate small victories. Listen to your body. Pay attention to physical and emotional cues that signal the need for rest. Define success holistically. Broaden your definition of success to include well-being, happiness, and personal growth, not just external achievements. Key takeaways: burnout is a chronic condition resulting from prolonged stress and overexertion, characterized by exhaustion, detachment, and reduced performance. Early warning signs include fatigue, irritability, sleep disturbances, and decreased motivation. Recognizing these symptoms is crucial for intervention. Overdiscipline and perfectionism can lead to diminishing returns, undermining your progress and well-being. Rest and recovery are essential components of sustainable self-discipline, improving cognitive function, emotional resilience, and physical health. Preventing burnout requires mindful time management, healthy boundaries, self-compassion, and active recovery practices. By addressing the hidden enemy of burnout, you can create a sustainable path to self-discipline that supports both your ambitions and your well-being. The next part of this book will guide you through building a framework for discipline that fosters progress without sacrificing balance. Chapter 4. Setting realistic goals and priorities. One of the most powerful ways to harness the energy of self-discipline is through the setting of clear, realistic goals. However, not all goals are created equal. The quality of your goals significantly impacts the trajectory of your personal growth, and how you approach them can either bolster or undermine your self-discipline. In this chapter, we will explore the foundations of effective goal setting, the importance of prioritizing tasks, and strategies to break down your larger ambitions into manageable, actionable steps. Setting goals is not simply about achieving outcomes, it is about creating a framework that drives meaningful action while maintaining balance, motivation, and well-being. By setting the right goals and learning how to prioritize them effectively, you can avoid burnout, stay focused on what matters, and ultimately create lasting success. Understanding SMART goals. The concept of SMART goals has been a cornerstone of effective goal setting for decades. SMART is an acronym that outlines the essential characteristics of a well-constructed goal. Let's break down each component. S. Specific. A goal must be clear and well-defined. Vague or ambiguous goals are difficult to pursue because they don't provide enough direction or focus. Instead of saying, "I want to get healthier," a more specific goal might be, "I want to exercise for 30 minutes every day to improve my fitness and energy levels." M. Measurable. You need to be able to track your progress and determine when the goal has been achieved. This involves quantifying the goal in a way that makes success observable. For example, "I want to save $500 in the next 2 months" is measurable because you can track the amount you save. A. Achievable or attainable. The goal should be realistic given your current resources, time, and capabilities. Setting a goal that is too ambitious can lead to frustration and burnout. It is important to challenge yourself, but to also remain practical about what is feasible. For instance, committing to running a marathon in 3 months without prior running experience might be too much of a stretch, but setting a goal to run a 5K might be more attainable. Are relevant or realistic. A goal must align with your values, long-term objectives, and overall vision for your life. It should resonate with you on a deeper level, and pursuing it should lead to personal fulfillment. If your goal to get fit doesn't connect to your values, perhaps you are more motivated by feeling energized or improving your health. Adjusting the goal to reflect those values will keep you motivated. T. Time-bound. Every goal needs a deadline. Without a timeframe, goals can easily drift indefinitely, leaving you with no sense of urgency. A time-bound goal encourages commitment and motivates you to take consistent action. For example, "I want to write 1,000 words per day for the next month to finish my novel." Using the SMART framework, your goals become not just wishes, but structured milestones that keep you on track and focused. The power of breaking down big goals into smaller, actionable steps. Large, overarching goals can often seem daunting. The sheer magnitude of a big goal can paralyze you, leaving you unsure where to start. This is where breaking down a big goal into smaller, more digestible pieces can make all the difference. When you break a larger goal into smaller steps, you create a clear roadmap for success. Each small step can be seen as a mini-goal, providing you with frequent opportunities for achievement. This approach not only enhances focus, but also reduces the mental load of thinking about the big picture constantly. For example, if your goal is to write a book, that can feel overwhelming. But if you break it down into smaller components, it becomes much more manageable. The process might look like this. Step 1. Research and outline the book structure. Step 2. Write 1 chapter a week. Step 3. Edit and revise each chapter after completion. Step 4. Seek feedback from a trusted reviewer. Step 5. Submit the final manuscript for publishing. Each of these steps, while still challenging, is less overwhelming and gives you a tangible sense of progress. As you complete each mini-goal, your confidence and motivation grow. Additional strategy: micro-goals. Another effective way to break down goals is through the use of micro-goals. These are even smaller, daily or weekly tasks that help you steadily work toward the larger objective. For example, if your goal is to write a book, a micro-goal could be writing for just 15 minutes each day. By focusing on small, consistent actions, you avoid feeling overwhelmed and increase your chances of success. Prioritization techniques, Eisenhower matrix, and the 80-20 rule. When you have multiple goals to pursue or numerous tasks on your plate, knowing how to prioritize becomes essential. Without effective prioritization, you risk spreading yourself too thin, leading to burnout and diminished results. There are several tools and techniques you can use to prioritize effectively. The Eisenhower matrix. The Eisenhower matrix is a time management tool that helps you determine the urgency and importance of each task or goal. It divides tasks into 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, urgent and important, do first. These tasks require immediate attention and are crucial to your objectives. Examples might include meeting deadlines or handling an emergency. Quadrant 2, not urgent but important, schedule. These tasks are significant but not time-sensitive. They often contribute to long-term success, such as writing a book, exercising regularly, or spending quality time with family. Schedule these tasks for consistent progress. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important, delegate. These tasks demand your immediate attention but do not significantly contribute to your larger goals. Examples might include answering non-critical emails or attending unnecessary meetings. Delegate these tasks if possible. Quadrant 4, not urgent and not important, eliminate. These tasks do not add value to your goals and should be avoided or minimized. Examples could be scrolling social media aimlessly or engaging in trivial distractions. By regularly assessing your tasks using the Eisenhower matrix, you can focus on what truly matters while avoiding burnout from unnecessary or low-priority actions. The 80-20 rule, Pareto principle. The Pareto principle states that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. This principle can be applied to goal setting by identifying the few activities or tasks that contribute the most to your desired outcome. By focusing on these high-impact tasks, you can achieve more with less effort and reduce the feeling of being overwhelmed. For instance, if your goal is to increase productivity, identify the activities that have the greatest impact on your output. Instead of trying to improve every aspect of your day, concentrate on the 20% of tasks that will yield 80% of the results. This not only enhances efficiency but also prevents burnout by ensuring you aren't spreading your energy too thin. Balancing ambition and realism in goal setting. While ambitious goals are essential for growth, it is equally important to set goals that are achievable within your current limitations. Balancing ambition with realism is key to maintaining motivation and avoiding burnout. Start with the big picture, consider your long-term vision and what you want to achieve in the grand scheme of things. However, don't try to achieve everything all at once. Break these long-term ambitions into medium-term and short-term goals, ensuring that each step feels achievable. Be flexible. While it's essential to have a plan, goals and priorities can shift over time. Life is unpredictable, and external circumstances will sometimes require you to reassess or adjust your goals. Flexibility allows you to remain disciplined without feeling trapped or frustrated by changing conditions. Celebrate progress, not perfection. The journey toward achieving your goals is just as important as the destination. Celebrate each small step forward, not just the final result. This helps maintain momentum, reinforces your discipline, and combats the burnout that comes from being solely outcome-focused. Key takeaways. SMART goals offer a structured approach to goal setting, making your objectives clear, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Breaking down larger goals into smaller, actionable steps provides clarity, reduces overwhelm, and builds momentum through small wins. Prioritization techniques like the Eisenhower matrix and the 80-20 rule ensure that you focus your efforts on the tasks that matter most, leading to increased productivity and reduced burnout. Balancing ambition with realism allows you to set challenging yet attainable goals, fostering sustainable progress without overwhelming yourself. Celebrating progress rather than perfection keeps you motivated, helping you stay disciplined and focused on long-term growth. By mastering the art of goal setting and prioritization, you lay the groundwork for a disciplined, fulfilling life that is aligned with your core values and sustainable over time. In the next chapter, we will explore how to create routines that support your goals and maintain a balanced lifestyle. Chapter 5. Crafting routines that work. Routines are the scaffolding upon which the architecture of self-discipline is built. They create structure, reduce decision fatigue, and provide a reliable foundation for achieving your goals. When thoughtfully designed, routines enable you to align your daily actions with your values and priorities, creating a sense of balance and purpose in your life. However, routines are not one-size-fits-all, nor are they immune to disruption. Life's unpredictability can throw even the best-laid plans into disarray. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of routines, how to craft ones that work for you, and strategies to adapt them when challenges arise. Why routines matter. Routines serve as an automatic guide for your actions, reducing the cognitive effort required to decide what to do next. They are the backbone of self-discipline, allowing you to focus your energy on execution rather than deliberation. Minimizing decision fatigue. Every decision you make consumes mental energy. Over time, this can lead to decision fatigue, making it harder to make disciplined choices. Routines reduce the number of decisions you need to make each day, conserving mental energy for more critical tasks. Consistency over motivation. Motivation is fleeting. It can ebb and flow depending on your mood or external circumstances. Routines, on the other hand, don't rely on motivation. They help you stay consistent, ensuring that you continue to make progress even on days when motivation is lacking. Creating momentum. Starting your day with a set routine creates a domino effect, setting the tone for the rest of the day. Accomplishing even small, routine tasks early on can build a sense of momentum that carries you through more significant challenges later. Reducing stress. When your days are structured, you eliminate the stress of unpredictability. Knowing when and how tasks will be handled gives you peace of mind and helps you manage your time effectively. The importance of morning and evening routines. Two pivotal anchors of your day are your morning and evening routines. These bookend your day, helping you start with clarity and end with reflection and relaxation. Morning routines, setting the tone. The first hour of your day is critical for establishing a productive mindset. A well-crafted morning routine sets a positive tone and prepares you for the challenges ahead. Key elements of an effective morning routine. Hydration. Start your day with a glass of water to rehydrate your body after sleep. Mindfulness or meditation. Spend a few minutes in silence to center yourself, practice gratitude, or set intentions for the day. Physical activity. Engage in light exercise or stretching to wake up your body and mind. Goal review. Quickly review your priorities and tasks for the day to ensure alignment with your goals. Focused work. If possible, tackle a high-priority task or project during the first hour of your workday when your mind is freshest. Evening routines. Reflect and recharge. Evening routines are just as vital as morning routines. They allow you to unwind, reflect on your day, and prepare for a restful night's sleep. Key elements of an effective evening routine. Digital detox. Limit screen time at least an hour before bed to minimize exposure to blue light, which can interfere with your sleep. Reflection. Spend a few minutes journaling about what went well during the day and what could be improved. This fosters self-awareness and continuous growth. Planning for tomorrow. Write down the 3 most important tasks for the next day to hit the ground running in the morning. Relaxation. Incorporate calming activities such as reading, deep breathing, or gentle stretching to signal to your body that it's time to wind down. Habit stacking to build consistency. James Clear popularized the concept of habit stacking in his book Atomic Habits. The idea is simple. By linking a new habit to an existing one, you create a cue for the new habit, making it easier to adopt. How habit stacking works. Identify a current habit you already do consistently, e.g. brushing your teeth. Attach a new habit to the existing one. Use the existing habit as a trigger for the new one. Examples of habit stacking. After I brush my teeth in the morning, I will spend 5 minutes meditating. After I pour my morning coffee, I will review my to-do list for the day. After I finish dinner, I will prepare my workout clothes for the next day. Habit stacking leverages the power of existing routines to build new, positive behaviors with minimal resistance. Strategies for adapting routines during disruptions. Even the most well-crafted routines can be disrupted by unexpected events, travel, illness, work demands, or family responsibilities. Adapting your routines during these times is crucial for maintaining balance and consistency. 1. Prioritize the essentials. During disruptions, focus on the core elements of your routine that have the most significant impact on your well-being or productivity. For example, even if your usual workout is impossible, a 10-minute walk can help maintain your exercise habit. 2. Be flexible and forgiving. Life happens, and perfection isn't the goal. Allow yourself to adjust routines without guilt or frustration. Flexibility helps you bounce back faster once the disruption passes. 3. Use temporary routines. Create simplified or modified routines tailored to the circumstances. For instance, if you're traveling, replace your usual workout with bodyweight exercises in your hotel room or a short yoga session. 4. Rely on triggers. Maintain as many familiar cues as possible to help reinforce habits even when your environment changes. For example, if you always meditate after brushing your teeth, continue doing so even if the setting is different. Common challenges in sticking to routines. 1. Overloading your routine. Packing too many activities into your routine can make it overwhelming and unsustainable. Start small and add elements gradually as you build consistency. 2. Lack of accountability. It's easy to skip routines when no one else is watching. Use accountability partners, habit trackers, or reminders to keep yourself on track. 3. Perfectionism. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Missing a day or two is not failure, it's part of being human. Focus on progress, not perfection. 4. Monotony. Routines can feel dull over time. Refresh them periodically by introducing new elements or rotating activities to keep things engaging. Key takeaways. Routines are a foundation for self-discipline, reducing decision fatigue and creating consistency regardless of motivation levels. Morning and evening routines serve as essential anchors for your day, promoting productivity, reflection, and balance. Habit stacking helps integrate new habits into existing routines, making it easier to build and maintain positive behaviors. Adaptability is crucial when life disrupts your routines. Focus on the essentials, stay flexible, and create temporary alternatives. Overloading, perfectionism, and monotony are common challenges that can undermine routines. Tackle them with mindfulness, flexibility, and occasional refreshes. By crafting thoughtful routines and adapting them to fit your evolving life circumstances, you can cultivate a balanced, disciplined approach that supports your goals and enhances your overall well-being. In the next chapter, we'll delve into the science of habits and how understanding their mechanics can help you build lasting change. Chapter 6. The Science of Habits. Understanding habits is the key to unlocking sustainable self-discipline. Habits are the automated actions our brain relies on to conserve energy and streamline decision-making. While they can either propel us toward our goals or hold us back, the science of habit formation provides a blueprint for building positive habits and breaking negative ones. This chapter dives deep into the mechanics of habits, the strategies for creating effective ones, and how to dismantle those that hinder your growth. The habit loop, cue, routine, reward. At the core of every habit lies a neurological pattern called the habit loop. Charles Duhigg, in his book The Power of Habit, describes this loop as consisting of three components: cue, trigger, the signal that initiates the habit. It can be an external stimulus, like a time of day or location, or an internal state, like an emotion or thought. Routine, behavior, the action or behavior that follows the cue. This is the habit itself. Reward, the outcome or benefit you receive from the behavior, reinforcing the habit loop. Example of a habit loop: cue, hearing the sound of a notification. Routine, picking up your phone to check the message. Reward, the dopamine hit from receiving new information or social interaction. This loop explains why habits are so powerful. They are neurologically wired into your brain. Once established, they run on autopilot, making them both a strength and a challenge, depending on their nature. Creating positive habits. Building new habits requires understanding how to design a habit loop that works for you. Here's a step-by-step process. 1. Identify your goal. Be clear about the purpose of the habit you want to establish. For example, if your goal is better physical health, your target habit might be exercising for 30 minutes daily. 2. Choose a specific cue. Anchor your habit to an existing routine or a consistent environmental trigger. For instance, if you want to meditate, you might decide to do it right after brushing your teeth in the morning. 3. Make the routine simple. Start small. Aiming for perfection or ambitious targets can lead to overwhelm. If you're trying to develop a reading habit, start with just 5 minutes a day. 4. Reinforce with a reward. Immediately follow the habit with something you enjoy. Rewards don't have to be extravagant. they can be as simple as a moment of acknowledgement or a cup of tea. The key is consistency in pairing the reward with the habit. 5. Track your progress. Use habit trackers or journals to monitor your consistency. Seeing progress visually can be a powerful motivator to stay on track. Breaking negative habits. Unlearning a habit is more challenging than building one, but it is possible with deliberate effort and awareness. 1. Identify the cue. Understanding what triggers the habit is the first step. Pay attention to patterns. When, where, and why does the habit occur? For example, you might notice that you snack on junk food every afternoon when you feel tired. 2. Replace the routine. Instead of trying to eliminate the habit outright, replace it with a healthier alternative. In the example above, replace snacking with a short walk or a glass of water. 3. Make it difficult. Increase the friction for engaging in the habit. If you want to stop using social media excessively, log out of apps or move them to less accessible locations on your phone. 4. Remove the reward. Identify what benefit the habit provides and address the underlying need in a healthier way. For instance, if you overeat because it soothes stress, consider stress management techniques like meditation or journaling. The role of dopamine in habit formation. Dopamine, a neurotransmitter in the brain, plays a critical role in reinforcing habits. It's released when you experience something pleasurable or anticipate a reward, creating a cycle of craving and reinforcement. How to leverage dopamine. Celebrate small wins. Each time you successfully complete a habit, acknowledge it. This creates a dopamine spike, reinforcing the habit. Use positive visualization. Picture the benefits of completing the habit to create anticipation and excitement. Create mini milestones. Break larger habits into smaller steps and reward yourself for each milestone. The role of environment in habit formation. Your environment is one of the most powerful influences on your habits. It can either support or hinder your progress. 1. Design for success. Arrange your physical space to make positive habits easier. If you want to drink more water, keep a water bottle within reach. If you want to exercise in the morning, lay out your workout clothes the night before. 2. Minimize temptations. Remove triggers for negative habits. For example, if you're trying to reduce junk food consumption, keep unhealthy snacks out of sight or replace them with healthier options. 3. Surround yourself with supportive people. Your social environment also matters. Spend time with people whose habits align with your goals, as their behaviors will influence yours. Using small wins to build momentum. The concept of small wins is vital for habit formation. A small win is any step, no matter how minor, that represents progress. Small wins create a sense of accomplishment and build momentum over time. How to harness small wins. Start with a habit that feels too easy to fail, like doing one push-up a day if you're starting a fitness routine. Gradually increase the challenge as the habit becomes ingrained. Celebrate each win, reinforcing the habit loop with a sense of reward and achievement. Maintaining long-term habits. Building habits is one thing, maintaining them is another. Over time, even well-established habits can fade if they're not nurtured. 1. Review and adjust. Regularly review your habits to ensure they're still aligned with your goals. Adjust as needed to stay relevant and effective. 2. Keep it interesting. Introduce variety to prevent monotony. If your habit is exercising, try different activities to keep it engaging. 3. Practice self-compassion. Setbacks are inevitable. When you miss a habit, avoid self-criticism and refocus on consistency moving forward. 4. Create identity-based habits. Shift your mindset to align habits with your identity. Instead of saying, "I want to exercise," say, "I'm the kind of person who takes care of my body." This reinforces habits as part of who you are, not just something you do. Key takeaways. Habits operate through a loop of cue, routine, and reward, making them powerful tools for self-discipline. Building positive habits involves clear goals, small steps, consistent cues, and meaningful rewards. Breaking negative habits requires identifying triggers, replacing routines, and addressing underlying needs. Dopamine and environment are significant drivers in habit formation and can be leveraged to your advantage. Small wins build momentum and create a sense of accomplishment that sustains long-term habits. By mastering the science of habits, you can make self-discipline a natural and effortless part of your life. The next chapter will explore the role of rest and recovery in maintaining consistency without burnout, ensuring that your efforts are sustainable over time. Chapter 7. The role of rest and recovery. Self-discipline often conjures images of relentless hard work, powering through obstacles, and pushing boundaries. While effort and consistency are vital for growth, they cannot be sustained without balance. This is where rest and recovery come into play. Contrary to common misconceptions, rest is not the opposite of productivity, it is a crucial component of it. Proper rest rejuvenates the body, sharpens the mind, and replenishes the emotional reserves needed for discipline. This chapter explores the science of rest, its impact on performance, and strategies to integrate effective recovery into your daily routine. The science of rest and recovery. The human body and mind operate in cycles, oscillating between activity and rest. Ignoring the need for rest disrupts these natural rhythms, leading to fatigue, burnout, and diminished performance. 1. Rest and the brain. During periods of intense focus or activity, the brain consumes large amounts of glucose and oxygen. Rest allows the brain to recharge, consolidate information, and repair neural connections. Sleep, in particular, is essential for memory formation and problem-solving. 2. Rest and the body. Physical recovery is essential for maintaining energy and preventing injury. Overtraining or constant physical exertion can lead to muscle fatigue, reduced immunity, and chronic pain. Recovery allows muscles to rebuild stronger and prepares the body for future challenges. 3. Rest and emotional well-being. Stress accumulates over time, depleting emotional reserves and increasing the risk of burnout. Rest serves as a buffer, helping you process emotions, reduce cortisol levels, and restore emotional balance. The different types of rest. Rest is multifaceted, encompassing more than just sleep. Here are the 7 types of rest essential for holistic recovery. 1. Physical rest. Passive rest includes sleep and periods of inactivity. Active rest, activities like yoga, stretching, or light walking that promote blood flow without exertion. 2. Mental rest, periodic breaks from problem-solving or decision-making to prevent mental fatigue. Techniques like daydreaming, doodling, or meditating can clear the mind and enhance creativity. 3. Sensory rest, reducing exposure to sensory inputs like screens, noise, or bright lights. Unplugging from devices or spending time in a calm, quiet environment helps reset sensory overload. 4. Emotional rest, allowing yourself to express feelings openly without judgment. Seeking support from friends, family, or therapists to unburden emotional stress. 5. Social rest, taking breaks from draining social interactions or spending time with supportive, energizing individuals, balancing alone time and meaningful connections. 6. Creative rest, engaging in activities that inspire awe and wonder, such as art, nature, or music. Allowing the mind to wander freely, sparking innovation and fresh ideas. 7. Spiritual rest, connecting with your sense of purpose and values. Practices like prayer, meditation, or volunteering can foster spiritual renewal. The impact of sleep on self-discipline. Sleep is the cornerstone of rest and directly influences self-discipline. Lack of sleep impairs decision-making, weakens willpower, and increases impulsivity, making it harder to maintain focus and resist distractions. 1. Sleep cycles. The body cycles through different stages of sleep, including light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. Each stage plays a unique role: deep sleep, physical restoration, tissue repair, and immune system strengthening. REM sleep, emotional regulation, memory consolidation, and creative problem-solving. 2. The role of sleep in decision-making. Studies show that sleep deprivation leads to poor judgment and a decreased ability to weigh long-term consequences. Rested individuals are better equipped to stick to their goals and make disciplined choices. 3. Tips for improving sleep quality. Establish a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. Create a bedtime routine to signal your body that it's time to wind down. Limit caffeine and screen exposure in the hours leading up to sleep. Optimize your sleep environment with a comfortable mattress, blackout curtains, and white noise if needed. The art of taking breaks. Breaks are not a sign of laziness, they are an investment in sustained productivity and self-discipline. Strategic pauses during work or activity can help you recharge and maintain focus. 1. The Pomodoro Technique, a popular time management method that involves working for 25 minutes and taking a 5-minute break. After 4 cycles, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. 2. Active recovery breaks. Incorporate movement into your breaks, such as stretching, walking, or simple exercises. Physical activity during breaks improves circulation and reduces stiffness, especially for those with sedentary jobs. 3. Mindfulness breaks. Use breaks to practice mindfulness or deep breathing exercises. Even 2 to 3 minutes of mindful awareness can significantly reduce stress. 4. Nature breaks. Spend time outdoors to benefit from the calming effects of nature. Research shows that exposure to green spaces boosts mood and reduces mental fatigue. Integrating rest into daily life. For rest to be effective, it must be intentional and consistent. Here are strategies to ensure you prioritize recovery. 1. Schedule rest periods. Treat rest as a non-negotiable part of your schedule, just like work or exercise. Allocate specific times for breaks, relaxation, and sleep. 2. Embrace the power of no. Protect your energy by saying no to unnecessary commitments. Overloading yourself with tasks leads to burnout and diminishes the quality of your efforts. 3. Listen to your body. Pay attention to signs of fatigue, such as irritability, difficulty concentrating, or physical tension. Adjust your routine to include rest as needed. 4. Practice self-compassion. Rest without guilt. Recognize that recovery is essential for long-term success and does not diminish your worth or productivity. Why rest fuels productivity? The paradox of rest is that it makes you more productive in the long run. Here's why. 1. Rest enhances creativity. Downtime allows the brain to make new connections, fostering innovative ideas and solutions. 2. Rest improves focus. Short breaks reset your mental state, enabling you to concentrate better and avoid errors caused by fatigue. 3. Rest prevents burnout. Regular recovery reduces stress and helps maintain emotional resilience, ensuring you stay motivated over time. 4. Rest boosts physical energy. Rejuvenated muscles and tissues translate to higher physical and mental stamina. Key takeaways. Rest is essential for self-discipline, as it rejuvenates the mind, body, and emotions, enabling sustainable effort. Different types of rest address various needs, from physical recovery to emotional renewal and creative inspiration. Sleep is a foundational element of recovery, influencing decision-making, focus, and overall well-being. Strategic breaks during activity prevent fatigue and enhance productivity. Intentional rest leads to long-term success, enabling you to achieve your goals without compromising health or happiness. Rest is not a luxury, it's a necessity. By embracing rest as a vital component of self-discipline, you can work smarter, maintain balance, and cultivate resilience for the challenges ahead. The next chapter delves into emotional resilience and self-compassion, offering tools to navigate setbacks without losing momentum. Chapter 8. Emotional resilience and self-compassion. Self-discipline is often portrayed as an act of sheer willpower, a rigid commitment to staying on track no matter the obstacles. However, this approach overlooks a critical truth: humans are not machines. Life is unpredictable, and setbacks, failures, and disappointments are inevitable. What distinguishes those who maintain self-discipline in the face of adversity is emotional resilience, the ability to adapt and bounce back from challenges, and self-compassion, which prevents self-criticism from eroding motivation. This chapter explores how cultivating emotional resilience and self-compassion can transform setbacks into growth opportunities, sustain self-discipline, and foster a balanced, fulfilling life. What is emotional resilience? Emotional resilience is the capacity to navigate stress, failure, and uncertainty with a mindset that promotes growth and learning rather than defeat. It is not about suppressing emotions or pretending everything is fine. Instead, it involves acknowledging emotions, processing them constructively, and using challenges as stepping stones to progress. Key traits of emotionally resilient individuals: self-awareness, recognizing and understanding their emotions and reactions. Optimism, maintaining a hopeful outlook without ignoring reality. Adaptability, adjusting to changing circumstances without losing sight of long-term goals. Support-seeking, relying on others for encouragement and guidance when needed. Resilience enhances self-discipline by preventing temporary setbacks from becoming permanent barriers. Understanding self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a friend in distress. Unlike self-esteem, which focuses on evaluating yourself positively, self-compassion emphasizes unconditional acceptance of yourself, including your flaws and mistakes. The three components of self-compassion: self-kindness, replacing self-criticism with understanding and encouragement. Common humanity, recognizing that imperfection is part of the shared human experience. Mindfulness, observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment or over-identification. Self-compassion is not a form of self-indulgence or excuse-making. Instead, it helps you maintain perspective, learn from mistakes, and stay motivated to improve. The link between resilience, self-compassion, and self-discipline. Overcoming setbacks. Resilience helps you recover from failures, while self-compassion ensures you do so without harsh self-judgment. Together, they create a mindset that views setbacks as opportunities for growth. Maintaining motivation. Constant self-criticism drains motivation and leads to burnout. Self-compassion replenishes emotional reserves, keeping you engaged and committed. Adapting to change. Resilience allows you to adjust to unexpected challenges, and self-compassion provides the patience to navigate those adjustments without frustration. Sustaining consistency. A balanced approach that includes resilience and self-compassion prevents the all-or-nothing mindset that undermines long-term discipline. Practical strategies to build emotional resilience. 1. Reframe challenges as learning opportunities. Shift your perspective by viewing setbacks as temporary and solvable. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I approach this differently next time? 2. Cultivate a growth mindset. Believe in your capacity to improve through effort and persistence. Celebrate progress, no matter how small, and see challenges as a chance to grow stronger. 3. Develop stress reduction techniques. Breathing exercises, slow, deep breaths can calm the nervous system during stressful moments. Progressive muscle relaxation. Tense and relax different muscle groups to release physical tension. Mindfulness meditation. Regular mindfulness practice builds emotional resilience by increasing awareness and reducing reactivity. 4. Build a support system. Surround yourself with people who encourage and inspire you. Share your struggles and seek advice or reassurance when needed. 5. Practice gratitude. Focusing on what you are grateful for shifts your attention away from negative emotions and reinforces a positive mindset. How to cultivate self-compassion. 1. Speak to yourself like a friend. When you experience failure or disappointment, ask yourself, what would I say to a close friend in this situation? Adopt that same tone of kindness and support toward yourself. 2. Use self-compassionate affirmations. It's okay to make mistakes, I'm learning and growing. I'm not alone in facing challenges, others go through this too. I deserve kindness, even when things don't go perfectly. 3. Keep a self-compassion journal. At the end of each day, reflect on moments when you were hard on yourself. Write a compassionate response to those moments, acknowledging your efforts and intentions. 4. Balance accountability with kindness. Self-compassion does not mean avoiding responsibility. Instead, it involves holding yourself accountable in a constructive way. Focus on solutions, not blame. Set realistic goals and forgive yourself for missteps. 5. Practice physical acts of kindness toward yourself. Treat yourself to small comforts, like a warm bath or a favorite snack, as a gesture of self-care. Prioritize sleep, nutrition, and exercise to support your overall well-being. Handling setbacks with resilience and self-compassion. 1. Pause and reflect. When a setback occurs, take a moment to breathe and step back. Avoid reacting impulsively or catastrophizing the situation. 2. Acknowledge your emotions. Name what you're feeling: anger, frustration, sadness, without judgment. This helps you process emotions constructively. 3. Revisit your why, reconnect with your deeper motivation for pursuing your goal. This perspective can reignite your commitment and help you move forward. 4. Adjust your approach, analyze what went wrong and brainstorm new strategies. Ask yourself, what can I do differently next time? What resources or support could help me overcome this obstacle? 5. Forgive yourself and move forward, let go of self-blame. Remind yourself that setbacks are part of the journey and do not define your worth or potential. The long-term benefits of resilience and self-compassion. Enhanced self-discipline, resilience and self-compassion create a foundation for consistent effort, even during difficult times. Reduced stress and burnout. A balanced, kind approach to discipline prevents the emotional exhaustion that often accompanies perfectionism. Improved relationships. By extending compassion to yourself, you naturally extend it to others, fostering healthier connections. Greater fulfillment. Resilience and self-compassion lead to a more positive outlook, making the journey toward your goals as rewarding as the destination. Key takeaways. Emotional resilience equips you to handle stress, failure, and uncertainty with adaptability and optimism. Self-compassion fosters a supportive inner dialogue that sustains motivation and prevents self-criticism from derailing progress. Together, resilience and self-compassion form a powerful foundation for self-discipline, enabling you to navigate challenges while maintaining balance. Practical strategies, such as reframing setbacks, mindfulness, and self-kindness, help you cultivate these qualities over time. By integrating emotional resilience and self-compassion into your life, you can transform self-discipline from a struggle into a sustainable, empowering practice. In the next chapter, we'll explore the practical tools to overcome procrastination and resistance, two of the most common barriers to consistent discipline. Chapter 9. Overcoming procrastination and resistance. Procrastination is one of the most common hurdles to maintaining self-discipline. Despite the best intentions, many of us find ourselves putting off tasks, even those that are important for long-term success. Resistance, whether rooted in fear, doubt, or the lure of distractions, often derails our best-laid plans. The struggle is not just about completing tasks, but also about maintaining the momentum needed to stay disciplined over time. In this chapter, we'll delve into the psychology of procrastination, explore its root causes, and discuss proven techniques and strategies to overcome it. We will also look at how mindfulness, self-inquiry, and certain time management strategies can help you break through the barriers that hinder productivity and keep you on the path of consistent action. Understanding the root causes of procrastination. To overcome procrastination, it's essential to understand why it happens in the first place. Procrastination is not just about laziness or poor time management, it's often a result of deeper emotional, cognitive, and psychological factors. 1. Fear of failure. At the heart of procrastination is often a fear of failure or perfectionism. The anxiety surrounding not meeting expectations, whether your own or those of others, can be paralyzing. When perfectionism takes over, you may feel overwhelmed by the sheer scale of the task and, instead of taking action, opt for avoidance. This can lead to a vicious cycle where the longer you avoid the task, the greater the fear of failure becomes. 2. Lack of motivation. Sometimes, procrastination stems from a lack of intrinsic motivation. If you're not emotionally invested in a task or it doesn't align with your values, it's difficult to generate the drive needed to take consistent action. External rewards or pressures might only provide short-term motivation, which isn't enough to overcome the inertia. 3. Task overload and poor planning. Another cause of procrastination is task overload. When a task feels too big or complicated, the natural response is to avoid it. Poor planning can make tasks seem overwhelming, and the sense of being unable to get started can create a psychological block. 4. Instant gratification. Humans are wired to seek immediate rewards, often at the expense of long-term goals. The temptation to engage in more pleasurable activities, checking social media, watching TV, or indulging in food, can be irresistible, especially when the task at hand feels difficult or unenjoyable. The brain's reward system becomes activated by instant gratification, creating a powerful pull that derails your ability to focus on long-term goals. 5. Self-doubt and negative self-talk. Procrastination can also be a result of negative self-talk or self-doubt. When you doubt your abilities, you may subconsciously avoid tasks as a way of protecting yourself from failure. This behavior reinforces the cycle of procrastination and often leads to feelings of guilt and shame. Techniques for overcoming procrastination. Once you understand the psychological drivers of procrastination, it becomes easier to address the root causes and apply strategies that will help you break free from its grip. Below are several powerful techniques that can help you overcome procrastination and stay disciplined. 1. The Pomodoro Technique. The Pomodoro Technique is a time management method that involves working in focused intervals, typically 25 minutes, followed by a short break. The technique is designed to enhance focus by reducing distractions and making work feel more manageable. After completing 4 intervals, you take a longer break. The Pomodoro technique works because it breaks tasks into smaller, more digestible chunks, helping to overcome the feeling of being overwhelmed by long tasks. How to use it: choose a task to focus on. Set a timer for 25 minutes, a Pomodoro. Work on the task until the timer goes off. Take a 5-minute break. Repeat the cycle, and after 4 Pomodoros, take a longer break, 15 to 30 minutes. This technique works because it combats procrastination by providing clear structure and consistent breaks, helping you maintain focus and energy. 2. Time blocking. Time blocking is a strategy that involves scheduling specific blocks of time throughout the day for different tasks. By designating dedicated time periods to work on important tasks, you reduce the chances of procrastination and create a clear plan for your day. Time blocking provides structure and eliminates the "what should I do now" decision-making that often leads to avoidance. How to use it: identify key tasks that need to be done. Break them down into smaller, manageable parts. Assign specific times in your day to complete these tasks, ensuring that you have no other commitments during the designated time block. Prioritize the most important tasks and tackle them first when you have the most energy. Time blocking provides the discipline needed to stay focused on each task, reducing the temptation to procrastinate and ensuring that you're consistently moving forward. 3. Eating the frog technique. This concept, popularized by Brian Tracy in his book Eat That Frog, is based on the idea that if you tackle the most challenging or undesirable task first thing in the morning, your frog, the rest of your day will feel easier. The frog represents the hardest or most important task on your list, which tends to be the one you procrastinate on the most. How to use it: identify the most important or difficult task you're avoiding. Commit to tackling it first thing in the morning, before any other task. Focus solely on this task until it's completed. By confronting your hardest task early on, you build momentum and remove the mental burden of procrastination from your day. It also sets a productive tone for the rest of the day, boosting your confidence and sense of accomplishment. 4. Break tasks into smaller, achievable steps. Procrastination often arises when a task feels too big or complex. By breaking tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks, you make them feel more achievable. This can reduce feelings of overwhelm and help you build momentum through small wins. How to use it: identify the task you're procrastinating on. Break it down into smaller steps. Set clear, actionable goals for each step. Focus on completing one step at a time, celebrating small victories as you go. By shifting your focus to individual steps rather than the whole project, you reduce the perceived difficulty of the task and create a sense of accomplishment. 5. Overcome instant gratification with delay discounting. Instant gratification is a key obstacle to self-discipline and procrastination. To overcome this, try using the concept of delay discounting, which involves training your brain to prioritize long-term rewards over immediate ones. This can be done by consciously reminding yourself of the long-term benefits of staying disciplined, such as achieving your goals or experiencing greater satisfaction in the future. How to use it: when tempted by an immediate distraction, pause and ask yourself, what will this do for me in the long run? Visualize the long-term rewards of completing your task, whether that's achieving a goal or simply the satisfaction of accomplishment. Use rewards as motivation. Set up a system where you allow yourself a small treat after completing a task, reinforcing the idea that hard work leads to positive outcomes. Addressing inner resistance through mindfulness and self-inquiry. Resistance often manifests as a voice in your head that tells you not to start, that the task is too hard, or that you're not good enough. Mindfulness can help you deal with this resistance in a non-reactive way, allowing you to separate yourself from these negative thoughts and choose actions that align with your goals. 1. Mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness helps you become aware of your thoughts, without judgment or attachment. This allows you to observe the resistance without being consumed by it. Through regular meditation, you can develop the ability to notice when resistance arises and gently redirect your attention to the task at hand. How to use it: sit in a quiet space and focus on your breath. Notice any thoughts or feelings that arise, especially those related to resistance. Allow them to pass without judgment, and refocus on your breath or the task you intend to tackle. 2. Self-inquiry. Self-inquiry is the practice of questioning your resistance. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of? What's the worst that could happen? Is my fear based on facts or assumptions? This can help you see that much of the resistance is based on distorted thinking and that the task at hand is not as daunting as it seems. Key takeaways. Procrastination has psychological roots, from fear of failure to the allure of instant gratification. Understanding why you procrastinate is the first step in overcoming it. Practical techniques like Pomodoro, time blocking, and eating the frog provide structure and motivation to take consistent action. Mindfulness and self-inquiry help you address inner resistance, turning negative thoughts into constructive insights. Breaking tasks into smaller steps reduces feelings of overwhelm and helps you build momentum through small wins. Resist instant gratification by focusing on long-term rewards and creating a system of rewards that align with your goals. By incorporating these strategies, you'll be better equipped to overcome procrastination and resistance, ensuring that you stay on track with your self-discipline goals. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to harness the power of intrinsic motivation to keep your momentum going, even when faced with external pressures. Chapter 10. The role of intrinsic motivation. Motivation is the driving force behind every action we take. It influences how we approach our tasks, how much effort we put into them, and how resilient we are when faced with challenges. While there are various types of motivation, intrinsic motivation, the drive to do something because it is inherently rewarding, stands out as the most powerful and sustainable form. Unlike external motivators such as money, praise, or recognition, intrinsic motivation comes from within, fueled by personal values, passions, and interests. This chapter will explore the importance of intrinsic motivation in fostering self-discipline, how to cultivate it, and how to align daily tasks with long-term values for lasting fulfillment. We'll also examine the relationship between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation, and how balancing the two can enhance your productivity and well-being. Understanding intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation. Before we delve into how to harness the power of intrinsic motivation, it's important to understand the difference between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation, as well as how they influence behavior. 1. Intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation arises when we engage in activities that are inherently enjoyable, satisfying, or meaningful to us. This could include activities such as reading, painting, exercising, or solving problems. The reward in these situations is the activity itself, rather than an external outcome or recognition. Examples of intrinsic motivation include learning a new skill because it's personally fulfilling and engaging. Volunteering because it aligns with your values and sense of purpose. Pursuing a hobby because it brings you joy, regardless of any external rewards. Research has shown that intrinsic motivation is associated with higher levels of creativity, persistence, and overall well-being. This is because the activity itself becomes its own reward, leading to a deeper connection with the task and a sense of flow. 2. Extrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, arises from external factors, rewards, approval, or recognition. These external motivators can be effective in the short term but may not sustain long-term engagement or satisfaction. Extrinsic motivation includes things like working for a paycheck, striving for a promotion, or seeking praise for achievements. Examples of extrinsic motivation include working extra hours to earn a bonus or a raise, studying hard to get good grades or win an academic award, exercising for the purpose of fitting into a certain size or achieving an external goal. While extrinsic motivation can kickstart actions and help with achieving specific outcomes, relying solely on external rewards can lead to burnout or feelings of emptiness once the rewards stop. This is why intrinsic motivation is essential for maintaining long-term focus, discipline, and fulfillment. The importance of intrinsic motivation in self-discipline. 1. Fostering consistency. One of the greatest challenges in maintaining self-discipline is staying consistent, especially when the tasks you're working on are long-term or challenging. Intrinsic motivation is key to consistency because it makes the activity enjoyable or meaningful in its own right. When you're intrinsically motivated, you're more likely to continue working toward a goal, even in the absence of external rewards or recognition. For example, if you love writing, the process itself might be enough to keep you going, even if you don't immediately see success or feedback. The task becomes rewarding, not because of what you gain externally, but because it aligns with your inner values and interests. This internal drive helps sustain effort over time, reducing the likelihood of burnout. 2. Enhancing focus and engagement. Intrinsic motivation boosts focus and engagement because it taps into your natural interests and passions. When you're doing something that excites or inspires you, distractions fade, and your attention becomes fully absorbed in the task. This heightened state of focus is referred to as flow, a term coined by psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. When you experience flow, you become so engaged in the activity that you lose track of time and external concerns. This level of engagement is powerful for self-discipline because it makes the process of working on your goals feel effortless. Instead of forcing yourself to work, you're pulled toward the task because it feels rewarding on a deeper level. The sense of accomplishment in a task done well becomes its own reward, motivating you to continue. 3. Reducing the need for external validation. Intrinsic motivation reduces the need for external validation and approval. When you're driven by internal desires, such as personal growth, learning, or contributing to a cause, you don't need constant praise or recognition from others. This reduces the anxiety that often accompanies relying on external rewards, such as social media likes, praise from supervisors, or financial incentives. By aligning your goals with your personal values, you can stay motivated regardless of external recognition. 4. Building resilience and emotional strength. Intrinsic motivation provides a sense of purpose that can fuel resilience. When you face setbacks or challenges, the internal rewards of the task at hand help you persevere. If you are working on a project that aligns with your core values, for example, the sense of meaning will help you navigate obstacles and stay on course. Intrinsic motivation allows you to view challenges as part of the process, rather than as deterrents, because the rewards are embedded within the journey itself. How to cultivate intrinsic motivation. Building intrinsic motivation is not always a straightforward process, but it is one that can be developed with intention. Below are practical strategies to help you cultivate intrinsic motivation in your daily life. 1. Identify your why. Start by asking yourself why you want to achieve your goals. What drives you to pursue them? Is it a desire to learn, to help others, to improve yourself, or to contribute to a larger purpose? Connecting your tasks to a deep, personal why helps you tap into intrinsic motivation. For example, if you want to get fit, ask yourself what about exercise truly excites you. Do you enjoy the sense of strength, the mental clarity after a workout, or the challenge of improving your physical capabilities? These intrinsic reasons will help you stay motivated long after external rewards, like compliments or recognition, have faded. 2. Align tasks with your values and passions. Look for ways to make your tasks more aligned with your personal values and passions. If a goal doesn't resonate with you on a deeper level, it can be difficult to generate intrinsic motivation. Consider ways to make even mundane tasks more enjoyable or meaningful. For instance, if you're working on a project that doesn't excite you, try to frame it in a way that connects to something you care about. If you're studying a subject that feels irrelevant, explore how it might relate to a broader interest or long-term goal. The more a task aligns with your core values, the more intrinsic motivation you'll feel. 3. focus on the process, not just the outcome. One of the best ways to cultivate intrinsic motivation is to shift your focus from external outcomes to the process itself. Rather than obsessing over the end goal, such as a promotion, a paycheck, or recognition, focus on enjoying the journey. Embrace the learning process, the small victories, and the skills you're developing along the way. When you find joy in the process, motivation becomes self-sustaining. 4. Set autonomy-inspiring goals. Research has shown that people are more intrinsically motivated when they have control over their work. Setting goals that allow for autonomy and creativity can foster intrinsic motivation. Break larger tasks into smaller, self-directed actions, giving yourself room to experiment and make decisions along the way. The sense of ownership over your work fosters intrinsic motivation by making the task more engaging. 5. Connect to a greater purpose. Find ways to connect your work to a larger, meaningful purpose. When you can see how your actions contribute to the bigger picture, intrinsic motivation is naturally enhanced. Whether it's helping others, improving the world in some way, or contributing to a community, understanding that your work serves a larger cause can instill a deep sense of purpose and drive. Aligning daily tasks with long-term values. Once you have identified your intrinsic motivators, it's important to align your daily actions with these values. Here's how to bring this alignment into your everyday life. 1. Make daily habits reflect your core values. Look at your current routines and habits. Are they aligned with your long-term values and passions? If not, it's time to make adjustments. For example, if personal growth is important to you, dedicate time every day to learning something new, whether through reading, listening to podcasts, or taking an online course. 2. Use a values-based framework for goal setting. When setting goals, use a values-based approach. Instead of setting goals based on external expectations, create goals that reflect what is most important to you. For instance, if health and wellness are core to your values, set goals related to regular exercise, nutritious eating, and mental well-being. This ensures that your goals are intrinsically motivated and aligned with your true desires. 3. Reevaluate your goals periodically. Regularly reassess your goals to ensure they still align with your values. Life circumstances, priorities, and passions may evolve over time, and it's important to adjust your goals accordingly. Keeping your goals in line with your values helps maintain intrinsic motivation, even when the path gets challenging. Chapter 11. Boundaries and saying no. In the journey towards self-discipline, one of the most powerful, yet often overlooked, tools is the ability to set and maintain boundaries. Boundaries are the lines we draw in our personal and professional lives to protect our time, energy, and emotional well-being. Without them, we risk overcommitting ourselves, depleting our resources, and ultimately experiencing burnout. Learning how to say no effectively is not just about turning down requests, it's about protecting your energy and ensuring that your focus remains aligned with your long-term goals. This chapter will explore the importance of setting boundaries, how to say no without guilt, and how to strike a balance between ambition and realistic expectations. By mastering these skills, you will be able to maintain your discipline without sacrificing your mental and emotional health. The importance of setting boundaries. Boundaries are essential for maintaining a healthy balance between your personal ambitions and your well-being. They serve as a protective mechanism that allows you to focus on what truly matters and ensure that you don't give more than you can reasonably give. Without boundaries, you might find yourself saying yes to everything, overextending yourself in ways that eventually lead to stress, exhaustion, and resentment. Setting clear boundaries is crucial for 1. Protecting your time. Time is one of our most valuable resources. Once it's gone, we can never get it back. Setting boundaries helps you prioritize your time and allocate it to the activities and people that align with your values and goals. Whether it's saying no to work requests after hours or refusing to attend social events that don't serve your well-being, clear boundaries allow you to take control of your time. 2. Preventing burnout. Burnout often arises from an inability to say no, resulting in too many obligations and expectations being placed on your plate. By setting boundaries and learning how to assert your limits, you protect yourself from the emotional and physical exhaustion that accompanies overcommitment. 3. Enhancing focus and productivity. when you establish boundaries, you create an environment that supports your ability to concentrate on your tasks and achieve your goals. Without the constant distractions of additional demands and requests, you can work more effectively and efficiently. Boundaries prevent you from getting pulled in too many directions at once, helping you maintain a clear focus. 4. Nurturing relationships. Setting boundaries is also important for maintaining healthy relationships. It ensures that you're not sacrificing your needs for the sake of others, which can lead to resentment. Healthy boundaries allow you to offer your time and energy in ways that are mutually respectful and supportive. 5. Preserving emotional and mental health. Constantly saying yes and overextending yourself can lead to emotional burnout, stress, and feelings of being overwhelmed. Boundaries give you the space to protect your emotional well-being, allowing you to recharge, reflect, and engage in self-care activities. How to set effective boundaries. Setting boundaries is not always easy, especially if you're someone who tends to be a people pleaser or feels guilty about saying no. However, establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries is essential for long-term success and well-being. Here are some strategies for setting effective boundaries. 1. Identify your limits. Before you can set boundaries, you need to understand where your limits lie. Ask yourself, what drains me emotionally, physically, or mentally? What activities or commitments do I feel overwhelmed by? Where do I feel taken advantage of or neglected? Understanding your personal limits is the first step towards setting boundaries that protect your well-being. Take time to reflect on past experiences where you felt stretched too thin and identify patterns that led to those feelings. 2. Communicate clearly and assertively. Once you've identified your limits, it's crucial to communicate them clearly to others. Assertiveness is key to effective boundary setting. This means expressing your needs and limits confidently and respectfully, without apologizing or feeling guilty. For example, if a colleague asks you to take on additional work during a time when you're already overloaded, you might say, "I understand that this project is important, but I currently have a full schedule. I won't be able to take on this task right now, but I'd be happy to help when I have more availability." Clear, direct communication helps others understand your limits and ensures that they respect your boundaries. This approach minimizes confusion and resentment and sets the tone for healthier interactions. 3. Be consistent. Consistency is crucial when it comes to maintaining boundaries. If you set a boundary once and then let it slide the next time, people may not take your limits seriously. To reinforce your boundaries, you must be consistent in upholding them. For example, if you've decided that you won't work past 6 p.m., it's important to stick to this limit, even when tempted by a new urgent task or request. Consistency helps you build a reputation as someone who respects their time and energy, and others will be more likely to respect your boundaries as well. 4. Practice self-care and prioritize your needs. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. It's about recognizing that your needs matter and that you're entitled to take care of yourself. By prioritizing your own well-being, you show yourself the same respect you show others. Schedule regular time for rest, reflection, and activities that recharge you. This commitment to self-care makes it easier to say no when necessary because you understand the importance of preserving your energy. 5. Learn to say no without guilt. Saying no can be difficult, especially if you're used to pleasing others or fearing conflict. However, saying no is not a rejection of the person asking, it's simply a way to honor your own needs. To say no effectively and without guilt, be direct but kind. You don't need to offer long-winded explanations. A simple, polite "No, I can't take this on right now" is enough. Don't over-apologize. It's natural to feel uncomfortable when saying no, but over-apologizing can undermine your decision and send a message that you feel guilty for asserting yourself. Use I statements. Frame your response around your own needs, such as "I'm currently at capacity" or "I need to focus on my priorities." This approach emphasizes your own responsibility rather than placing blame on the other person. Balancing ambition with realistic expectations. It's essential to strike a balance between ambition and the reality of your limits. Many people struggle with feeling like they must do everything in order to succeed. However, the more tasks you take on, the more diluted your energy becomes. Ambition is important, but so is realistic self-assessment. 1. Evaluate your priorities. Ask yourself, what truly matters most to me? What are the tasks, projects, or people that align with my long-term goals and values? When you evaluate your priorities, you can make decisions about where to focus your energy. Learning to say no is not about rejecting opportunities or growth, it's about saying yes to the things that are most meaningful to you. For example, if you're working toward a career goal that requires significant focus, you might have to say no to social events, additional work projects, or other commitments that don't support that goal. It's about being intentional with where you invest your time and effort. 2. Set realistic goals and expectations. Ambition often leads us to set lofty goals, which can be motivating, but they can also cause stress if they're not broken down into manageable steps. Set realistic goals that are challenging but achievable, and give yourself permission to adjust them as necessary. Understand that achieving long-term goals is a marathon, not a sprint. If you try to accomplish everything at once, you'll burn out before you reach the finish line. 3. Reassess and adjust your boundaries as needed. Your boundaries are not set in stone. Life changes, priorities shift, and new challenges arise. Regularly reassess your boundaries to ensure they continue to serve your current needs. For instance, if you're in a period of growth or transition, you might need to adjust your work-life balance or delegate certain responsibilities. The flexibility to adapt your boundaries is an important part of maintaining a healthy and sustainable level of discipline. Conclusion: embracing the power of boundaries. Setting boundaries is not a sign of weakness, it's a form of self-empowerment. Boundaries allow you to preserve your energy, maintain focus on what truly matters, and achieve your goals without sacrificing your well-being. Learning to say no with confidence is one of the most important skills you can develop, as it ensures that you have the time and resources to dedicate to your personal growth, ambitions, and passions. By understanding the importance of boundaries, communicating them effectively, and balancing ambition with self-care, you'll create a more sustainable and fulfilling approach to self-discipline. In the next chapter, we'll explore how leveraging support systems, whether through accountability partners, mentors, or social environments, can further enhance your discipline and help you stay on track with your goals. Chapter 12. Leveraging support systems. Self-discipline is often thought of as a solitary pursuit, something that depends entirely on willpower, individual effort, and personal determination. While these qualities are important, the truth is that support systems play a crucial role in helping you maintain consistent discipline, prevent burnout, and stay on track toward your goals. No one is an island, and in today's interconnected world, having a network of people who provide accountability, encouragement, and advice can make all the difference in achieving success. In this chapter, we'll explore how to build and leverage effective support systems that enhance your self-discipline. From accountability partners and mentors to peers and social environments, each component of a strong support system plays a unique role in fostering motivation, resilience, and sustained progress. We'll also examine how to navigate both positive and negative social environments, ensuring that your relationships and interactions remain aligned with your goals. The power of accountability. Accountability is one of the most powerful tools in maintaining self-discipline. When we have someone or something to answer to, we're more likely to follow through on our commitments. The mere act of knowing that someone else is watching or expecting us to act can significantly increase our motivation. Why accountability matters: increased motivation. Having someone who checks in on your progress can create a sense of external motivation. This is especially helpful when self-discipline feels challenging or when you lack intrinsic motivation. The commitment to another person can push you to take action, even on days when your energy feels low. Reduced procrastination. Procrastination thrives in environments where there are no external consequences. By setting up an accountability structure, you create a system where deadlines and commitments are not just self-imposed, they are reinforced by another party. Knowing that someone will ask about your progress can help reduce the temptation to delay. Enhanced focus. When you have to report your progress, it helps sharpen your focus. Accountability partners help keep you aligned with your goals, reminding you of your purpose when distractions arise. This external nudge keeps your actions aligned with your priorities. Encouragement in difficult times. Everyone faces setbacks. When you're struggling or feeling discouraged, an accountability partner can offer support, encouragement, and perspective. They remind you of your capabilities and the importance of staying committed. This positive reinforcement is often the boost we need to keep going. How to build an accountability system: find the right person, look for someone who understands your goals, shares your values, and can offer constructive feedback. This person should be trustworthy, reliable, and capable of providing the right balance of support and challenge. It's important that they don't just cheer you on, but also hold you to the commitments you've made. Set clear expectations. Be specific about what you expect from your accountability partner. Discuss how often you'll check in with each other, what metrics you'll track, and how you'll celebrate wins or address setbacks. The clearer you are, the more effective your accountability system will be. Mutual accountability. Accountability should be a two-way street. While it's important for you to have someone checking in on your progress, it's equally important for you to support them in their journey. Being mutually accountable creates a sense of camaraderie and shared responsibility, making the process more collaborative and enjoyable. Use technology. In today's digital age, there are numerous apps and platforms designed to facilitate accountability. Whether through a task manager, a habit tracker, or a goal-setting app, technology can provide real-time updates, reminders, and progress reports. Some platforms even allow for mutual check-ins and progress sharing, keeping you both engaged and on track. The role of mentors in fostering discipline. Mentors are invaluable assets in any personal or professional journey. Unlike accountability partners, mentors offer guidance, wisdom, and experience, helping you navigate challenges and develop a deeper understanding of your goals and ambitions. Why mentorship is important. Guidance and wisdom. Mentors can provide insights based on their own experiences, helping you avoid common mistakes and make better decisions. Their perspective often comes from a place of expertise, making their advice particularly valuable when facing complex challenges. Perspective and clarity. A mentor can offer a broader perspective on your goals and the path you're taking. When you're too close to a situation, it's easy to become overwhelmed or clouded by self-doubt. A mentor helps you see the bigger picture and can help you focus on the most important aspects of your journey. Professional and personal development. Mentors support not only your career or academic goals, but also your personal growth. They provide feedback that can help you improve your communication, decision-making, and problem-solving skills, all of which are integral to self-discipline and success. Networking opportunities. Mentors often have established networks and can open doors for you in terms of professional opportunities, collaborations, or resources. Their support extends beyond advice, helping you grow through the connections and opportunities they can introduce. How to find and work with a mentor. Seek out the right mentor. Look for someone who has achieved the kind of success you aspire to, someone whose values align with yours, and who demonstrates qualities you admire. The best mentors are those who genuinely care about your success and are willing to invest time in your growth. Be clear about your goals. When seeking mentorship, be specific about what you hope to achieve. Having clear goals allows the mentor to tailor their advice and guidance to your needs. A mentor who understands your vision is better equipped to provide relevant insights. Be open to feedback. Effective mentorship requires a level of vulnerability and openness. Accept constructive criticism and be willing to adapt. Mentors are there to challenge you, not just to affirm your ideas. Embrace their feedback and use it to improve and refine your approach. Show appreciation and commitment. Mentorship is a two-way relationship. While mentors give their time and expertise, it's important for you to show gratitude and respect. Follow through on their advice, share your progress, and maintain regular communication to foster a lasting, positive relationship. Navigating social environments, positive and negative influences. Our social environments have a profound impact on our ability to maintain self-discipline. The people we surround ourselves with can either fuel our progress or derail it. Understanding how to navigate positive and negative social influences is essential for sustaining motivation and staying true to your goals. Positive social environments. A positive social environment is one that supports your growth, aligns with your values, and encourages discipline. These environments inspire you to stay focused and give you the resources and emotional support you need to push through challenges. Like-minded communities. Surrounding yourself with individuals who share similar goals and values creates a sense of belonging and mutual support. This could be a professional group, a hobby club, or a fitness community. These groups can offer encouragement, share strategies, and celebrate achievements with you. Positive reinforcement. Being in a positive environment means that you'll receive constructive feedback rather than criticism. Encouragement from others helps build your confidence and reinforces the belief that you're on the right path. When you encounter setbacks, supportive people will be there to offer reassurance and advice. Collaboration and learning. In a positive social environment, you're more likely to engage in healthy collaboration, learning from others, and improving your skills. This is essential for growth, as exposure to diverse ideas and experiences enriches your own understanding and approach to your goals. Negative social environments. On the other hand, negative social environments can sabotage your self-discipline and derail your efforts. These environments may be characterized by unhealthy competition, toxic relationships, or people who encourage behaviors that don't align with your values. Negative peer pressure. People who push you to take actions that contradict your goals, whether it's staying out late, procrastinating, or engaging in unhealthy habits, can weaken your discipline. Recognizing these negative influences and learning to distance yourself from them is crucial for maintaining self-discipline. Toxic relationships. Relationships that are characterized by constant criticism, negativity, or a lack of support can undermine your confidence and hinder your progress. It's important to evaluate the people in your life and make conscious decisions about who to invest in emotionally. Fear of judgment. In some social circles, there may be a tendency to judge or question your ambitions, especially if they deviate from the norm. Fear of judgment can lead to self-doubt and hesitation, making it harder to take action and stay committed to your goals. How to navigate negative influences. Set boundaries. As discussed in Chapter 11, setting boundaries is key to maintaining your mental and emotional well-being. When faced with negative social influences, be prepared to set clear limits. This might mean distancing yourself from certain individuals or politely declining invitations that don't serve your best interests. Seek out positive influences. Actively seek out people who inspire you, who align with your values, and who push you toward greater self-discipline. Cultivate relationships with individuals who share your aspirations, and who motivate you to stay committed to your goals. Protect your mental space. Practice mindfulness and self-awareness to protect yourself from the negativity around you. When faced with judgment or criticism, remind yourself of your goals and values. Your discipline is strengthened by your ability to stay grounded and focused, regardless of external influences. Conclusion: building a supportive system for lifelong discipline. A strong support system is essential for mastering self-discipline without falling victim to burnout or isolation. By surrounding yourself with people who encourage and challenge you, seeking out mentors who provide guidance, and navigating your social environment strategically, you create a network that amplifies your efforts and helps you stay on course. The key to leveraging these support systems is to actively cultivate relationships that align with your goals, values, and personal growth. Your support network isn't just a tool for motivation, it's an integral part of the balance that sustains discipline over the long term. In the next chapter, we'll delve into mindfulness and focus, two powerful tools that will further enhance your ability to stay disciplined, even in a world full of distractions. Chapter 13. Mindfulness and focus. In a world increasingly defined by distractions, the ability to focus and maintain discipline has never been more valuable. The demands of modern life, constantly connected devices, social media, and an ever-expanding to-do list, can easily fragment our attention and undermine our ability to stay committed to long-term goals. One of the most powerful tools for cultivating self-discipline and sustaining focus in the face of distractions is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment with awareness and without judgment. It is not a fleeting trend but a deeply rooted technique that has been shown to improve mental clarity, emotional regulation, and focus. By learning to cultivate mindfulness, you can strengthen your self-discipline, improve your ability to concentrate, and build resilience against distractions that threaten to derail your efforts. In this chapter, we will explore how mindfulness enhances self-discipline and provides a foundation for focused, sustained effort. We will discuss techniques to cultivate mindfulness in your daily life, strategies to sharpen your focus, and how to create a routine that nurtures both inner balance and consistent productivity. The power of mindfulness in strengthening self-discipline. Mindfulness is often associated with meditation, but it is much broader than that. At its core, mindfulness is about developing an awareness of the present moment, cultivating an ability to observe thoughts, emotions, and actions without judgment or reactivity. This awareness becomes the bedrock of self-discipline because it allows us to recognize when we are veering off course, whether due to distraction, emotional reactivity, or impulsivity, and gently guide ourselves back to our goals. Why mindfulness matters for self-discipline. Heightened awareness of distractions. Mindfulness teaches us to notice when we are distracted. Instead of simply reacting to a distraction, we become aware of it and can choose whether to engage with it or return to our task. This awareness is the first step in overcoming distractions, whether internal, e.g., negative thoughts or feelings, or external, e.g., the lure of social media or noisy environments. Reduced impulsivity. Mindfulness allows us to observe our impulses without acting on them. It helps us pause and consider our choices, particularly in moments when instant gratification might tempt us away from our long-term goals. For example, when working on a difficult task, we may feel the urge to check our phone or take a break. Mindfulness helps us sit with discomfort and stay focused on the task at hand rather than giving in to the impulse. Enhanced emotional regulation. Self-discipline isn't just about controlling actions, it's also about managing emotions. Mindfulness helps us become more aware of our emotional states, such as frustration or anxiety, which can lead us to abandon our efforts or procrastinate. By recognizing these emotions without judgment, we can respond with greater self-compassion and resilience, rather than allowing negative emotions to derail our discipline. Increased present moment focus. Self-discipline requires the ability to focus on the present moment, especially when it involves repetitive tasks or delayed rewards. Mindfulness trains the brain to stay anchored in the now, which can enhance our concentration and reduce the tendency to ruminate on past failures or worry about future tasks. Cultivation of patience and persistence. When practicing mindfulness, we learn to embrace the process rather than focusing solely on outcomes. This shift in mindset encourages patience and persistence, which are essential for long-term self-discipline. Rather than rushing through tasks or seeking quick results, we develop a deeper appreciation for the journey and recognize that consistent, focused effort is what ultimately leads to success. Mindfulness practices to strengthen self-discipline. While mindfulness can sound abstract, there are practical exercises that you can incorporate into your daily routine to cultivate this skill. These exercises can be done anytime and anywhere, making them incredibly versatile tools for enhancing your ability to focus and stay disciplined. 1. Mindful breathing. Mindful breathing is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to ground yourself in the present moment. It helps calm the mind, reduce stress, and refocus attention. How to practice mindful breathing. Sit in a comfortable position with your back straight and your feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes, or soften your gaze. Take a deep breath in through your nose, allowing your lungs and abdomen to fill with air. Exhale slowly through your mouth or nose, releasing any tension. Focus all of your attention on the sensation of the breath entering and leaving your body. If your mind begins to wander, gently bring your focus back to your breath. Practice for 5 to 10 minutes daily, or whenever you need to refocus during the day. Mindful breathing not only relaxes the body, but also trains your mind to stay present. This simple practice helps you build the awareness needed to interrupt distractions and redirect your attention back to your goals. 2. Body scan meditation. The body scan is a mindfulness practice that involves paying attention to physical sensations in your body, helping you reconnect with yourself and cultivate focus. How to practice a body scan. Lie down or sit in a comfortable position. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to relax. Begin by focusing on your feet. Notice any sensations, warmth, tension, or discomfort, and simply observe them without judgment. Slowly move your attention up your body, from your feet to your legs, torso, arms, neck, and head. As you move through each body part, bring your attention to any areas of tension or relaxation, staying mindful of how your body feels. This practice helps ground you in the present and improves your ability to tune into your physical and emotional states, fostering greater self-awareness. The body scan also enhances your ability to remain present in the moment, which is essential for maintaining discipline in challenging or monotonous tasks. 3. Mindful walking. Mindful walking is a practice that combines movement with mindfulness. It's an excellent way to integrate mindfulness into your day while also boosting focus. How to practice mindful walking. Find a quiet space where you can walk slowly, such as a park or hallway. As you walk, focus on the sensation of each step, the feeling of your feet lifting and touching the ground, the movement of your legs, and the rhythm of your breath. Notice your surroundings without judgment, sounds, smells, and sights, while keeping your attention anchored in your movement. Practice mindful walking for 10 to 20 minutes whenever you need to clear your mind or regain focus. Mindful walking helps cultivate a sense of calm and clarity, and it can be a valuable tool when you need to refresh your focus during periods of mental fatigue or stress. 4. Mindful eating. Mindful eating is a practice that involves paying full attention to the experience of eating, acknowledging flavors, textures, and sensations. This practice can also serve as a form of discipline, helping you cultivate awareness around choices and actions. How to practice mindful eating. Sit down for your meal and remove any distractions, e.g. phones or TV. Focus on the appearance, smell, and texture of the food in front of you. Take small bites, chew slowly, and pay attention to the taste and sensations in your mouth. Notice how your body feels before, during, and after eating. This practice encourages mindful decision-making and reinforces the importance of being present. Mindful eating not only helps you improve your relationship with food but also strengthens your ability to stay present and disciplined in other areas of your life. Techniques to cultivate focus in a distracted world. Even with mindfulness practices, maintaining focus can still be difficult in a world filled with distractions. However, there are several strategies you can use to stay focused, minimize interruptions, and create an environment conducive to disciplined work. 1. Time blocking. Time blocking is the practice of setting aside specific blocks of time for particular tasks. By scheduling uninterrupted time for focused work, you can reduce the chances of distractions taking over. How to time block. At the beginning of each week, identify your most important tasks and assign them specific time slots in your calendar. During these blocks, eliminate all distractions, turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and create a quiet environment. Focus solely on the task at hand until the time block ends. Take short breaks between blocks to refresh and reset. Time blocking creates an intentional structure that helps you direct your energy toward one task at a time, minimizing the temptation to multitask or procrastinate. 2. The Pomodoro Technique. The Pomodoro Technique is a popular time management method that involves working in focused intervals, followed by short breaks. How to use the Pomodoro Technique. Set a timer for 25 minutes and focus completely on a single task. When the timer goes off, take a 5-minute break to rest. Repeat the process for 4 Pomodoros, then take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. This method helps maintain high levels of focus while preventing burnout by integrating rest periods. The Pomodoro Technique leverages the brain's natural attention span, which makes it easier to stay focused while also ensuring you get regular mental breaks. 3. Minimize distractions. Creating an environment free from distractions is essential for maintaining focus. This means not only limiting digital distractions, like phone notifications or email alerts, but also controlling physical distractions, e.g. noise, clutter. How to minimize distractions. Turn off notifications on your phone, email, and social media apps during work periods. Use apps like Focus at Will or Noisely that offer background sounds designed to enhance concentration. Clean and declutter your workspace to reduce visual distractions. Eliminating distractions ensures that your energy and attention are fully dedicated to the task at hand, making it easier to maintain discipline over time. Conclusion: building a mindful and focused life. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine is one of the most powerful ways to strengthen self-discipline. By cultivating awareness, reducing distractions, and training your mind to focus on the present moment, you can create a solid foundation for sustained effort and productivity. Whether through mindful breathing, meditation, or structured focus techniques like time blocking, mindfulness provides the tools you need to stay grounded, disciplined, and resilient. In the next chapter, we'll explore the power of visualization, how imagining success can propel you toward your goals, fueling motivation and providing clarity on the path ahead. Chapter 14. Visualizing success. Visualization is a powerful technique that many high performers, athletes, and successful individuals swear by when it comes to achieving their goals. The concept behind visualization is simple. By vividly imagining the successful outcome you desire, you increase your chances of making that vision a reality. While the practice itself is rooted in science, its impact can seem almost magical in how it aligns your subconscious mind, emotions, and actions toward achieving your goals. In this chapter, we will explore how visualization works, how to effectively apply it in your life, and how you can use it as a tool to enhance your self-discipline, maintain motivation, and fuel your success. Whether you're pursuing personal growth, professional achievements, or creative endeavors, visualization is a key tool in making your dreams tangible and attainable. The power of visualization, how it works. Visualization operates on the premise that the brain doesn't differentiate between real experiences and vividly imagined experiences. When you vividly visualize a scenario, especially one that invokes strong emotions, your brain activates the same neural pathways as if you were actually experiencing the event. This means that by imagining yourself achieving a goal or mastering a skill, you're programming your brain to believe that success is possible and within reach. Neuroscience of visualization. When you visualize a particular goal or outcome, your brain forms the neural connections associated with the successful completion of that goal. This mental rehearsal activates brain regions related to the task you're imagining. For example, an athlete visualizing a perfect performance not only activates their motor cortex, the area of the brain that controls movement, but also strengthens the muscle memory that will make the actual performance feel more natural. In essence, visualization serves as a type of mental training, conditioning your brain and body to align with the actions needed to achieve your goal. This concept has been shown to be highly effective in sports psychology, where athletes use visualization to improve performance, increase confidence, and even reduce performance anxiety. But its benefits go beyond the realm of sports. It can be applied to virtually any area of life, including career goals, personal growth, and self-discipline. The relationship between visualization and self-discipline. Self-discipline is about the ability to control your impulses, stay focused on your long-term goals, and make consistent efforts toward achieving them. However, maintaining this discipline requires motivation, and that's where visualization can play a crucial role. By consistently visualizing your success, you create a deep emotional connection to your goals, which strengthens your motivation and reinforces your commitment to the journey. How visualization fuels self-discipline. Clarifying your vision. Visualization helps you get crystal clear on what you want to achieve. The more detailed and specific your vision, the clearer your path will become. This clarity creates a roadmap for your discipline, helping you stay on track even when distractions or temptations arise. Strengthening motivation. When you visualize your success, you're emotionally investing in the outcome. This emotional connection increases motivation and makes it easier to keep moving forward, even when the going gets tough. It shifts your mindset from seeing your goal as distant or unattainable to something that feels real and possible. Programming your subconscious mind. Regular visualization primes your subconscious mind to notice opportunities and solutions that align with your goal. Your brain starts to focus on behaviors, actions, and circumstances that support your vision, which makes the pursuit of your goal feel more natural. As a result, your self-discipline becomes more automatic because your actions are now aligned with your internal programming. Reinforcing positive habits. Visualization can be used to reinforce the habits and behaviors you need for success. By imagining yourself executing your routines with discipline, you are mentally rehearsing and reinforcing positive habits that will make it easier to stay on track. For example, if your goal is to wake up early and exercise every morning, visualize yourself waking up, feeling energized, and starting your workout. This reinforces the habit in your mind. Coping with obstacles. One of the most powerful uses of visualization is imagining how you will respond to obstacles. When you visualize not only the success but also the challenges you might face and the strategies you will use to overcome them, you mentally prepare yourself for adversity. This helps you maintain self-discipline when you encounter roadblocks, as you've already mentally rehearsed the steps you'll take to overcome them. How to visualize effectively, steps and techniques. Visualization is most effective when done with intention and regularity. It's not just about casually thinking about your goals, it's about vividly imagining the process and outcome with all your senses engaged. Here's how you can practice visualization effectively. 1. Find a quiet space. To begin your visualization practice, find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. This allows you to focus entirely on your internal world, free from distractions. Close your eyes, relax, and take a few deep breaths to settle your mind. 2. Get specific about your goal. Be clear about the goal you want to visualize. The more specific you can be, the better. For example, instead of just visualizing success, visualize specific achievements or milestones. Imagine what success looks like, feels like, and sounds like. If your goal is to write a book, visualize yourself typing the final sentence, holding the completed manuscript, and feeling the pride of accomplishment. 3. Engage all your senses. Effective visualization involves more than just seeing the end result. Try to engage all of your senses in the experience. What does the environment around you look like? How do you feel emotionally and physically in that moment of success? What sounds, smells, or even tastes are associated with your goal? The more sensory detail you add to your visualization, the more powerful it becomes. 4. Visualize the process, not just the outcome. While it's important to imagine your ultimate success, visualization is most effective when you also focus on the journey and the process required to get there. See yourself taking the small steps, putting in the effort, and making progress over time. For example, if your goal is to improve your fitness, imagine yourself waking up early, preparing healthy meals, and exercising consistently. This reinforces the importance of daily actions and routines that support your goal. 5. Add emotion. Emotions are the key to making visualization work. Feel the joy, pride, satisfaction, and excitement of achieving your goal. The stronger the emotions you associate with your success, the more powerful the visualization becomes. These positive emotions motivate you to continue working toward your goal, because you associate the process with positive feelings. 6. Practice daily. Like any skill, visualization becomes more effective the more you practice. Set aside time each day to visualize your success, ideally in the morning or just before bed. Aim for at least 5 to 10 minutes of focused visualization each day. The more regularly you visualize your goals, the more ingrained they will become in your subconscious mind. 7. Use guided visualization. If you're new to visualization or struggle to stay focused, guided visualization exercises can be a helpful tool. These typically involve listening to a recording or audio that leads you through the process of visualizing your goal. You can find guided visualizations specifically geared toward productivity, relaxation, success, and many other outcomes. Combining visualization with actionable steps. While visualization is a powerful tool, it is not a substitute for taking action. The key to making your visualization effective is combining it with concrete steps toward your goal. By aligning your daily actions with your visualization, you create a cohesive system that drives you forward with both mental clarity and practical effort. 1. Break down your goal into actionable steps. After visualizing your success, break down your goal into smaller, manageable steps. If you visualize yourself completing a major project, identify the key tasks that need to be accomplished. These smaller steps provide clarity on the practical actions that will bring you closer to your vision. 2. Align your actions with your vision. Use your daily tasks to align with the vision you've created. If your goal is to become a published author, make writing a daily habit. If you visualize yourself being healthy and fit, commit to regular exercise and mindful eating. Action fuels the visualization, and visualization fuels the action. This synergy makes progress feel inevitable. 3. Stay grounded in the present. While it's important to keep your eyes on the prize, don't lose sight of the present moment. Visualization should not distract you from the work at hand. Instead, it should empower you to show up consistently. Stay grounded by focusing on the steps that lead to your ultimate goal and keeping your discipline intact, day by day. Staying grounded while dreaming big. Visualization can help you dream big, but it's important to stay grounded in reality. It's easy to become overwhelmed by lofty goals and lose sight of the incremental steps that will get you there. Remember, the process is just as important as the end result. While it's wonderful to dream about your ideal future, your daily actions and decisions are what will turn those dreams into tangible outcomes. Chapter 15. The role of gratitude and reflection. In the pursuit of self-discipline, it is easy to focus solely on the actions, goals, and strategies that will drive us forward. We often find ourselves looking ahead, striving for the next milestone, without taking the time to pause and appreciate how far we've come. However, it is this very act of pausing to reflect on our journey and practice gratitude that can serve as a powerful catalyst for maintaining sustainable discipline. Gratitude and reflection, when incorporated into your daily life, can act as both a source of motivation and a method for recalibration. They help to reinforce positive habits, improve your emotional resilience, and ensure that your efforts are aligned with your long-term values and sense of purpose. In this chapter, we will explore the profound connection between gratitude, reflection, and self-discipline, and how you can leverage these practices to enhance your ability to stay consistent, focused, and balanced without burning out. The power of gratitude in sustainable discipline. Gratitude is often misunderstood as merely a positive emotion to express when things go well. However, it is far more than that. Gratitude has a direct and measurable impact on your mental health, motivation, and ability to stay disciplined. It is an essential component in sustaining discipline because it strengthens your connection to the present moment, reduces stress, and provides an emotional buffer against challenges. How gratitude enhances self-discipline. Shifts your focus to the positive. Gratitude helps to train your mind to focus on what you have, rather than what you lack. This shift in perspective is crucial when pursuing long-term goals. Discipline often requires consistent effort, and when you feel overwhelmed by the sheer size of your goals or the obstacles you face, practicing gratitude can serve as a reminder of how far you've come. It encourages you to appreciate the small wins and progress you've made, making it easier to stay committed. Improves emotional resilience. Regularly practicing gratitude has been shown to improve emotional resilience by reducing negative emotions such as frustration, impatience, and disappointment. When you're able to maintain a positive outlook, even in the face of setbacks, you become more emotionally stable and capable of weathering the ups and downs that inevitably come with pursuing long-term goals. This emotional stability, in turn, supports your ability to stick to your discipline even when challenges arise. Cultivates a growth mindset. Gratitude fosters a growth mindset, which is essential for maintaining discipline. A growth mindset helps you view challenges and failures not as signs of inadequacy, but as opportunities to learn and grow. By being grateful for the lessons each experience provides, you can approach each obstacle with curiosity and determination, rather than self-criticism or discouragement. This attitude enables you to stay on course and maintain the perseverance necessary for self-discipline. Strengthens motivation. Motivation is a key driver of discipline, but it can fluctuate over time. Gratitude can help reignite your motivation by reminding you of why you started in the first place. When you focus on the positive aspects of your journey, the satisfaction of progress, and the things you're grateful for in your life, you are better able to sustain momentum. Gratitude serves as an emotional fuel that propels you forward, even when external rewards seem distant or uncertain. Reduces stress and burnout. One of the greatest threats to self-discipline is burnout, when your mind and body are pushed too far, too quickly, without sufficient rest or recovery. Practicing gratitude counteracts this by reducing the stress response. When you focus on the good aspects of your life, you create a sense of balance and perspective that helps to calm the overactive stress systems in your brain and body. This reduction in stress helps you maintain the energy needed for disciplined action over time. Incorporating gratitude into your daily routine. Gratitude is most effective when it becomes a consistent habit rather than an occasional practice. There are several ways to integrate gratitude into your day, reinforcing both your mental and emotional resilience as you work toward your goals. 1. Start each day with gratitude. Begin your day by taking a few moments to express gratitude for the things you value in your life. This could be done through journaling, verbal affirmation, or silent reflection. By setting this intention early in the day, you program your mind to focus on the positive aspects of your life and align your thoughts with a sense of abundance and purpose. It can be as simple as saying, "I am grateful for my health, my opportunities, and the chance to grow today." 2. Keep a gratitude journal. One of the most effective ways to practice gratitude is by keeping a dedicated journal. At the end of each day, write down at least 3 things you are grateful for. These can be big or small, anything from a supportive conversation with a friend to the feeling of accomplishment after completing a task. The key is to make it a habit to reflect on the positive events of your day. This simple practice can help reframe your mindset, making you more aware of the progress you're making, even on difficult days. 3. Gratitude reminders throughout the day. Set reminders throughout your day to pause and reflect on what you're grateful for. These can be as simple as setting an hourly timer to take a minute to appreciate something around you. In moments of stress or frustration, these reminders can act as a mental reset, helping you regain perspective and maintain your discipline. 4. Express gratitude to others. Taking the time to express gratitude to others reinforces your positive mindset while strengthening your relationships. Whether it's thanking a colleague for their support, expressing appreciation to a loved one, or acknowledging the help of a mentor, gratitude helps you build a network of positive reinforcement. These external acknowledgments not only enhance your relationships but also contribute to a broader sense of fulfillment. 5. Gratitude as a tool for overcoming setbacks. When faced with setbacks, gratitude can be a powerful tool for managing disappointment. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, reflect on what you've learned from the experience and the opportunities it provides for growth. By shifting your perspective, you maintain your resilience and commitment to your goal, without losing sight of the bigger picture. The role of reflection in building discipline. While gratitude helps you appreciate what you have, reflection allows you to assess where you are and where you're going. It is the act of consciously looking back on your experiences to draw lessons, recognize patterns, and make adjustments to your approach. Reflection is vital to maintaining self-discipline because it provides valuable insights that help you grow, evolve, and stay focused on your long-term goals. Why reflection matters. Tracking progress. Reflection provides an opportunity to measure your progress. Whether it's through journaling, self-assessment, or simply taking the time to review your achievements, reflection allows you to see how far you've come. This process of acknowledging progress reinforces your commitment to the discipline needed to reach your goal, especially when the results aren't immediately visible. Celebrating these incremental successes provides motivation and sustains your focus. Identifying patterns and areas for improvement. Reflection helps you uncover patterns in your behavior, both positive and negative. By reviewing your actions and their outcomes, you can identify areas where you've been successful and where you may need to adjust your approach. For instance, you might notice that you are more productive at certain times of the day or that certain habits are helping you stay on track, while others are causing distractions. By understanding these patterns, you can refine your routines to optimize your productivity and effectiveness. Reinforcing learning and growth. Every challenge and setback contains valuable lessons. Reflection helps you extract these lessons, ensuring that you grow from each experience rather than repeating the same mistakes. When you approach setbacks with curiosity rather than self-criticism, you transform failures into learning opportunities that propel you forward. This process reinforces the idea that discipline isn't about perfection, it's about continuous improvement. Clarifying your why. Reflection is also an opportunity to revisit your why, the underlying motivation behind your goals. Over time, it's easy to lose sight of the reasons you started pursuing a particular objective. Reflection helps you reconnect with your core values and purpose, re-energizing your commitment to the path you've chosen. It ensures that your actions remain aligned with your deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose, making self-discipline feel less like a chore and more like a meaningful pursuit. Adjusting course. As you reflect on your progress, you may realize that your goals or methods need to be adjusted. This flexibility is essential for long-term success. Rather than rigidly sticking to a plan that no longer serves you, reflection allows you to make necessary changes. This adaptability helps prevent burnout, ensuring that your discipline is sustainable over time. Practical techniques for reflection. 1. End-of-day reflection. At the end of each day, take 5 to 10 minutes to reflect on what went well, what didn't, and why. Ask yourself questions like, what did I accomplish today? What did I learn? What could I do differently tomorrow? This practice allows you to close the day with clarity and prepare for the next. 2. Weekly check-ins. Set aside time at the end of each week to evaluate your overall progress. Reflect on your goals, the actions you've taken, and whether those actions align with your long-term vision. Make adjustments as needed and celebrate your wins, no matter how small. 3. Monthly reviews. Once a month, take a deeper dive into your progress. Review your goals and reflect on your broader vision. Are you still on track? Have your priorities shifted? This is also a great time to assess your emotional and mental well-being, ensuring that you're practicing self-care and avoiding burnout. 4. Guided reflection prompts. If you're unsure where to start with reflection, use guided prompts to get the process going. Questions like, what's one thing I did today that moved me closer to my goal, or what's one thing I learned from a challenge this week, can help you dive deeper into your thoughts and extract meaningful insights. Gratitude, reflection, and long-term self-discipline. Incorporating gratitude and reflection into your daily life transforms your approach to self-discipline. Gratitude fuels motivation, resilience, and emotional balance, while reflection provides the insights necessary for continuous growth and improvement. Together, they create a powerful synergy that keeps you grounded, focused, and adaptable, ensuring that your journey toward achieving your goals is sustainable and fulfilling. In the next chapter, we will explore how to integrate self-discipline into your identity, making it a natural and lasting part of who you are. Chapter 16. Integrating self-discipline into your identity. Self-discipline, when mastered, becomes more than just a set of practices or a tool to achieve goals. It becomes a core part of who you are. To live a truly disciplined life, you must integrate self-discipline into your identity, making it an intrinsic part of your behavior and mindset. This integration transforms discipline from a temporary practice to a lifelong commitment to personal growth, well-being, and achievement. In this chapter, we will explore how to make self-discipline a natural and enduring aspect of your identity. We will discuss how to align your actions with your core values, the importance of embracing growth while accepting imperfections, and how to sustain a disciplined mindset that doesn't feel like a constant battle but rather a powerful, life-affirming force that propels you forward. Understanding the relationship between self-discipline and identity. At its core, self-discipline is about making consistent choices in alignment with your long-term values and goals. However, it is not enough to simply act disciplined in isolated moments. True self-discipline becomes most powerful when it is rooted in your identity. When self-discipline is a reflection of who you are, it no longer feels like a struggle or a forced effort, it becomes an extension of your personal ethos. Think about the identities you already possess. For example, if you consider yourself a writer, a runner, or a student, those identities shape how you approach the world. Similarly, when you internalize self-discipline, it becomes part of your identity, something you embody and live by, rather than something you practice when you feel like it. This internalized discipline can act as a compass for your actions, directing you toward your goals and enabling you to make decisions in alignment with your values, even in moments of stress or temptation. 1. Making discipline a part of who you are. To integrate self-discipline into your identity, you must first recognize that it's not about forcing yourself into rigid routines or adhering to strict external standards. It's about aligning your actions with your internal belief system and values. Here's how you can do that. A. Reframe discipline as a core value. Begin by viewing self-discipline not as an external requirement, but as a core value that reflects who you are and what you stand for. Ask yourself, what is important to me? What kind of person do I want to be? When you see self-discipline as an embodiment of your deeper values, it becomes an intrinsic part of your character, not just a behavior that requires constant willpower. For example, if one of your core values is health, then engaging in disciplined eating, exercising, and sleeping habits becomes a natural extension of who you are. Similarly, if your value is personal growth, self-discipline in your learning, work, and habits will feel like an investment in your future, not a burden. B. Change your self-talk. the way you talk to yourself influences the way you behave. If you tell yourself that you are undisciplined, lazy, or inconsistent, those beliefs will shape your actions. To make discipline a part of your identity, shift your self-talk to reflect the kind of person you want to become. Instead of saying, "I'm just not disciplined," try saying, "I am someone who consistently works toward my goals." This simple change in language reprograms your brain to accept discipline as part of your identity, not something you're struggling to implement. C. Align your actions with your values. To truly integrate discipline into your identity, you must regularly take actions that align with your deepest values and long-term goals. When you make decisions based on your core beliefs, whether it's choosing to work on a project, setting aside time for self-care, or saying no to distractions, you reinforce the identity of being a disciplined person. Over time, these actions will become automatic and effortless because they are rooted in your self-concept. 2. Aligning daily actions with long-term goals. Once self-discipline is tied to your identity, the next step is ensuring that your daily actions consistently reflect your long-term goals. This alignment ensures that discipline becomes a natural and fulfilling part of your life, not a source of conflict or exhaustion. Here's how you can ensure your actions align with your vision. A. Define your long-term vision. To effectively integrate discipline into your life, you must be clear about your long-term vision. What do you ultimately want to achieve? What are the goals, dreams, or desires that drive you forward? Understanding your purpose helps you to make decisions that support your larger goals, ensuring that every step you take moves you closer to your desired future. Whether your vision involves career success, personal growth, or the well-being of your family, clearly defining your goals will make it easier to stay disciplined. With a clear vision in mind, the daily choices required to maintain discipline no longer feel like a chore, they become the necessary steps to fulfill your purpose. B. Break down long-term goals into small, daily habits. Once you've defined your long-term vision, break it down into manageable daily actions. The key here is to consistently take small steps in alignment with your big-picture goals. This is where self-discipline is truly tested, as it requires you to focus on the process rather than just the outcome. When you make discipline part of your identity, you will automatically find the energy to engage in these small actions each day. For example, if your long-term goal is to become a published author, your daily actions might include writing a certain number of words each day, reading, and researching. Each of these small actions, repeated consistently, will lead to the achievement of your larger goal. By making these actions a natural part of your routine, you stop viewing them as tasks to complete but as integral parts of your identity as a writer. C. Cultivate the power of consistency. Consistency is the key to making self-discipline a permanent part of your life. The more consistently you engage in behaviors that reflect your long-term vision, the more those behaviors will become ingrained in your identity. The power of consistency lies in the small, daily decisions that, when repeated over time, compound into lasting success. 3. Embracing growth while accepting imperfections. One of the most important aspects of integrating self-discipline into your identity is accepting that growth is a process. True self-discipline doesn't mean being perfect all the time, it means consistently showing up, learning from your mistakes, and improving over time. It involves embracing your imperfections while striving to become a better version of yourself. A. Reframe failure as feedback. Failure is often seen as the opposite of discipline. However, in the process of integrating discipline into your identity, it's essential to reframe failure as a valuable part of the growth process. Instead of viewing setbacks as signs of inadequacy, treat them as feedback that provides important lessons for future success. When you embrace failure in this way, it becomes a powerful tool for growth rather than an obstacle to your progress. For instance, if you miss a workout or fall short of a work goal, instead of beating yourself up, use the experience to evaluate what happened and how you can adjust your approach. This mindset shift allows you to maintain discipline without falling into the trap of self-criticism or frustration. B. Cultivate self-compassion. Integrating self-discipline into your identity doesn't mean you must be hard on yourself every time you make a mistake. On the contrary, practicing self-compassion is crucial for maintaining long-term discipline. Be kind to yourself when you falter or experience setbacks. Self-compassion helps to counterbalance the inner critic that often arises when you're striving for perfection, allowing you to bounce back from mistakes with greater resilience. Treat yourself with the same understanding and support that you would offer to a close friend. This approach not only helps you avoid burnout but also allows you to maintain a positive relationship with your own self-discipline. C. Celebrate small wins. As you progress toward integrating discipline into your identity, it's vital to celebrate the small wins along the way. Acknowledging and celebrating your achievements, no matter how small, reinforces the belief that self-discipline is not only attainable but rewarding. Celebrating wins also helps to maintain motivation and keeps you focused on the long-term benefits of discipline. This could involve taking a moment to appreciate your efforts after completing a challenging task, or treating yourself to something enjoyable after hitting a milestone. These small celebrations reinforce the positive emotions associated with discipline and encourage you to continue your progress. 4. Building sustainable self-discipline for the long haul. Self-discipline is a lifelong journey, and making it part of your identity ensures that you can sustain it over time. However, as life changes and evolves, so too will your goals and needs. To maintain a disciplined life, you must stay flexible and adaptable. Here are some strategies to ensure that your self-discipline remains sustainable. A. Reassess your goals periodically. As you grow and evolve, so will your goals and priorities. Regularly reassess your long-term vision and make adjustments as needed. By staying aligned with your values and adapting to changing circumstances, you ensure that your self-discipline remains relevant and purposeful. B. Continuously expand your comfort zone. Discipline requires you to step outside of your comfort zone, but that zone is not static. As you become more disciplined, you will naturally expand your ability to take on new challenges, pursue bigger goals, and achieve more. Embrace this process of continual growth, and always seek to push the boundaries of what you can accomplish. C. Practice balance. True self-discipline involves balancing ambition with self-care. While it's important to stay focused on your goals, it's equally important to honor your need for rest, relaxation, and personal time. By finding this balance, you avoid burnout and create a life that is both disciplined and fulfilling. Integrating self-discipline into your identity transforms it from a practice into a way of life. When discipline becomes a natural part of who you are, it supports your growth, aligns with your values, and becomes a lifelong asset in your personal and professional development. In the next chapter, we will explore how to celebrate progress and stay flexible, continuing the journey of self-discipline with a sense of purpose and joy. Chapter 17. Celebrating progress and staying flexible. The journey of self-discipline is not linear. There will be moments of triumph, but also times when you encounter setbacks or falter in your commitment to the process. The key to sustaining long-term self-discipline is to celebrate your progress along the way while staying flexible enough to adjust when necessary. This chapter explores the importance of celebrating small wins as a crucial part of the discipline journey, the role of flexibility in maintaining motivation, and how to reassess and adjust strategies to ensure lifelong success. 1. The power of celebrating small wins. Celebrating small wins might seem counterintuitive at first, especially when you're focused on big goals. After all, shouldn't you wait until you achieve something monumental before celebrating? However, the truth is that celebrating small wins, those incremental milestones, plays a pivotal role in maintaining motivation and reinforcing the self-discipline required to reach long-term goals. A. Reinforcing positive behavior. Each time you celebrate a small win, whether it's completing a workout, staying focused for a full workday, or sticking to your diet, you reinforce the positive behavior that led to the achievement. This creates a loop of success that encourages you to continue applying self-discipline because you see the tangible rewards of your efforts. Psychologically, small celebrations trigger the release of dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and motivation, which strengthens your resolve to continue the behavior. For example, after a week of sticking to your exercise routine, you might treat yourself to a relaxing massage or enjoy a favorite meal. These moments of enjoyment create positive reinforcement that helps you stay disciplined, even when challenges arise. B. Building momentum. Small wins also create momentum. Just as a snowball grows in size as it rolls downhill, a series of small victories can build on each other, leading to larger successes. Each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your larger goals. In the world of self-discipline, the process of achieving small wins can help you sustain momentum even on days when motivation seems low. For instance, if you're writing a book and set a goal to write 500 words a day, celebrating the completion of that daily target helps you stay motivated to tackle the next 500 words. Over time, these seemingly small achievements will accumulate into a finished manuscript, proving the value of consistency and small victories. C. Acknowledging progress, not perfection. Self-discipline isn't about achieving perfection every day, it's about consistent progress. When you celebrate small wins, you shift your focus from striving for perfection to appreciating progress. This shift in perspective allows you to embrace the journey and recognize that the path to mastery involves both successes and setbacks. By celebrating progress, you cultivate patience with yourself and the process, which is essential for long-term success. For example, if you're working on improving your diet and only manage to eat healthily for 2 out of 3 meals, don't focus on the meal you missed, celebrate the 2 successful meals. This mindset nurtures a growth-oriented approach, making it easier to stay disciplined in the future. 2. Flexibility, the key to sustaining long-term self-discipline. While celebrating small wins is crucial, flexibility is just as important for sustaining long-term self-discipline. Life is unpredictable, and the path to your goals will rarely be straight and smooth. At times, you will encounter obstacles that require you to adapt, reassess your strategies, and sometimes even change your approach entirely. Flexibility ensures that you remain resilient in the face of challenges, keeping you focused and disciplined even when things don't go according to plan. Understanding that plans can change. One of the first steps in cultivating flexibility is accepting that plans and routines may need to change over time, whether due to a shift in priorities, unexpected events, or external circumstances. It's essential to be prepared to adjust your approach when necessary. Self-discipline doesn't mean rigidly sticking to an outdated plan in the face of changing conditions. It means having the discipline to reassess and pivot when necessary. For instance, if you're on a strict diet plan, but then you're invited to a social gathering where food and drink are abundant, your flexibility might involve adjusting your food choices rather than following your original plan to the letter. Flexibility in these moments allows you to maintain discipline without feeling deprived or frustrated. Be reassessing your goals regularly. The process of staying disciplined requires periodic reassessment. As you grow, your goals and needs will evolve, and your methods must adapt to reflect this growth. What works for you at one stage in your life might not work at another. In fact, what was once the right goal may no longer align with your evolving identity or values. For example, if you initially set a goal to become more disciplined about working out 5 times a week, but later find that your body needs more rest, reassessing that goal and reducing your workout days may be necessary. Similarly, as you progress in your career, you may find that your professional goals change as new opportunities arise. Flexibility allows you to make these adjustments without feeling like you've failed or that you need to abandon self-discipline altogether. Regular reassessment helps you ensure that your goals remain aligned with your long-term vision, preventing the feeling of being stuck in a rigid, outdated approach. It allows you to honor your personal growth while continuing to move forward. C. Embracing adaptability in routines. Routines are powerful tools for building self-discipline, but they must also be adaptable. Routines can become a source of stress and burnout if you are unwilling to make adjustments when life demands it. A flexible routine is one that can bend without breaking, allowing you to accommodate changes without losing momentum. For example, if your morning routine is disrupted by an early meeting or a personal situation, being flexible means adapting your routine without feeling guilty or defeated. This might involve shifting your exercise time, adjusting your journaling practice, or focusing on different tasks. The key is to remain disciplined in your efforts, even when the environment or circumstances change. 3. Reassessing and adjusting strategies for lifelong success. Self-discipline is not a one-time effort, it is a lifelong practice. Over the course of your journey, you will encounter new challenges, new opportunities, and new phases of growth. The ability to reassess and adjust your strategies is essential for ensuring that your self-discipline remains effective over time and continues to support your long-term success. Regularly reflecting on your progress. Reflection is an essential tool for reassessing your self-discipline strategy. Take the time to reflect regularly on your progress, setbacks, and adjustments. Ask yourself, am I staying aligned with my values and goals? Do I feel balanced, or am I pushing too hard? What areas need more focus or adjustment? This self-reflection helps you identify when it's time to change your approach or set new priorities. Journaling is one of the most effective methods for reflection. By regularly writing about your experiences, you can gain insights into your habits, motivations, and obstacles. Journaling helps you track not just the progress you've made but also the lessons you've learned, which are often the most valuable part of the journey. B. Setting new challenges and goals. As you achieve your current goals, it's important to set new challenges that continue to stretch your abilities and keep your self-discipline strong. Lifelong success requires you to remain committed to growth, so periodically revisit your goals and ask yourself what new challenges you can set. This process ensures that you're always evolving and that your discipline is continuously applied to new areas of growth. For example, after achieving your initial fitness goals, you might challenge yourself with more advanced workouts, or after finishing one big project at work, you may set your sights on a new, more complex project. New goals keep your momentum going and prevent complacency. C. Practicing patience with yourself. Finally, one of the most important aspects of staying flexible and reassessing your strategies is practicing patience with yourself. Self-discipline does not mean perfection. It means showing up consistently, learning from your mistakes, and being willing to adjust when things don't go as planned. Allow yourself the grace to make mistakes, but always return to the process with renewed determination. 4. The balance of discipline and flexibility in the pursuit of fulfillment. In the end, self-discipline and flexibility are not opposing forces, they are complementary. Self-discipline helps you take consistent, deliberate action toward your goals, while flexibility ensures that you can adapt to life's unpredictability without losing sight of your long-term vision. Together, they form the foundation of a balanced, sustainable approach to personal growth. It's this balance that allows you to maintain your discipline without feeling overwhelmed or burned out. It's the balance that enables you to honor your goals and values while also being compassionate with yourself when things don't go perfectly. By celebrating small wins and being flexible enough to reassess and adjust, you will create a pathway to sustained success and fulfillment. In the next chapter, we will discuss how to sustain self-discipline for life, exploring how to integrate all of these principles into a lasting framework that ensures you continue growing, evolving, and living with purpose. Chapter 18. Sustaining self-discipline for life. The journey of self-discipline is one that spans a lifetime, a continuous cycle of growth, learning, and adaptation. It's not about reaching an endpoint where you've mastered discipline once and for all. Rather, it's about embedding self-discipline into the very fabric of who you are and how you live. Self-discipline is not a temporary endeavor, it's a lifelong practice that requires continual nurturing, balance, and reflection. In this chapter, we explore how to sustain self-discipline for life, focusing on balancing ambition, rest, and well-being, as well as how to live with purpose, fulfillment, and resilience. By mastering these principles, you can ensure that self-discipline remains an enduring strength in your personal and professional life. 1. The journey of self-discipline as a lifelong practice. Self-discipline isn't a skill that you simply develop and then put aside, it's an ongoing practice that requires consistent effort, re-evaluation, and refinement. As life progresses, your goals, challenges, and circumstances will change, and the ways in which you apply discipline will evolve. To sustain self-discipline over the long term, it's crucial to see it as a journey, not a destination. A. Evolving your goals and strategies. Over time, the nature of your goals will shift. What once served as a motivating factor might become obsolete, or perhaps you'll accomplish one set of goals and set new, more ambitious ones. This constant evolution is a natural part of growth, and your self-discipline must be adaptable to these changes. For example, in the early stages of your career, your focus may be on gaining new skills or climbing the corporate ladder. But as you progress, your focus might shift toward maintaining work-life balance or mentoring others. Self-discipline in these phases may look different. It might involve maintaining consistent work hours during your peak career years, but it might also include building time for family, self-care, or further education in your later years. Regularly revisiting and adjusting your goals is essential for keeping your self-discipline relevant to your current life situation. It allows you to celebrate milestones while recalibrating your efforts to reflect your evolving aspirations. B. Developing resilience in the face of setbacks. One of the hallmarks of sustainable self-discipline is resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks without losing sight of your long-term vision. Along the way, you'll face challenges that test your commitment to your goals. There will be times when you fall short, miss a target, or experience unexpected obstacles. These moments can be disheartening, but how you respond will determine the strength of your discipline moving forward. Resilience is built by practicing perseverance, adjusting expectations when needed, and learning to see setbacks as opportunities for growth. It's essential to treat mistakes and challenges not as failures, but as valuable learning experiences that contribute to your growth. As you continue to develop emotional resilience, you'll be better equipped to stay disciplined even when life doesn't unfold as planned. 2. Balancing ambition, rest, and well-being. The pursuit of self-discipline is often fueled by ambition, the drive to achieve, to progress, to excel. While ambition is a powerful motivator, it's crucial to balance it with periods of rest and well-being. Without this balance, you run the risk of burning out, losing focus, or becoming disconnected from the very reasons why you started your journey of self-discipline. A. The role of rest and recovery. Rest is just as important as work in the equation of self-discipline. The human body and mind require regular rest to recharge and maintain peak performance. Without adequate recovery, self-discipline becomes increasingly difficult to maintain, and your productivity will begin to decline. One of the most important aspects of maintaining self-discipline for life is learning to take breaks without guilt. Rest allows you to return to your tasks with greater focus, creativity, and energy. This includes not only physical rest but also mental and emotional recovery. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, and engaging in hobbies that bring you joy all contribute to your well-being and help prevent burnout. It's also essential to integrate rest into your daily routine. This means scheduling downtime in the form of a balanced workday, regular breaks throughout the day, and a full night of sleep. Make rest an active part of your disciplined approach to life, knowing that it enhances your ability to stay focused and achieve your goals over the long term. B. Preventing burnout. Ambition unchecked can lead to burnout, a state of physical and emotional exhaustion that undermines your ability to stay disciplined. To prevent burnout, it's crucial to create balance in your life, between ambition and relaxation, between work and play, and between striving for success and appreciating the present moment. One of the most effective ways to avoid burnout is to practice self-care regularly. This can take many forms: engaging in physical exercise, practicing mindfulness, maintaining healthy social connections, and ensuring you have adequate time for leisure and recreation. Self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity for sustaining long-term self-discipline and success. Moreover, check in with yourself regularly to ensure that you're not pushing too hard, too fast. If you notice signs of burnout, such as irritability, fatigue, a lack of motivation, or physical symptoms, take a step back. Reflect on whether your goals or strategies need adjustment. Sometimes, all it takes to sustain self-discipline for life is a recalibration of your approach and a reminder to treat yourself with kindness. C. The importance of play and creativity. Self-discipline doesn't always have to look like intense focus or productivity. Play and creativity are important elements of maintaining balance and well-being. Engaging in creative pursuits, whether through art, music, writing, or simply playing games, allows you to express yourself in ways that replenish your mental and emotional energy. Creativity also enhances problem-solving skills and innovation, which in turn can improve your productivity and ability to achieve your goals. Incorporating play into your routine refreshes your mind, fosters joy, and creates a sense of fulfillment that makes the disciplined pursuit of your goals feel more sustainable and meaningful. 3. Living with purpose, fulfillment, and resilience. Sustaining self-discipline for life requires more than just setting goals and achieving them. It's about creating a life of purpose and fulfillment. When your self-discipline is aligned with your core values and deeper sense of purpose, it becomes much easier to stay disciplined over the long term. A. Defining your why. One of the cornerstones of long-term self-discipline is understanding your why, the deeper motivation behind your actions. Why do you pursue self-discipline in the first place? Is it to achieve financial independence, to improve your health, or to contribute to a cause greater than yourself? By clearly identifying your why, you tap into a well of motivation that can sustain you through difficult times. Your why serves as your anchor during challenging moments. It gives you the strength to persevere, even when you feel overwhelmed. When your daily actions align with your larger purpose, you infuse every task, no matter how small, with meaning and intention. This alignment ensures that your journey of self-discipline remains fulfilling, rather than simply driven by external rewards. B. Finding fulfillment through discipline. True fulfillment comes not from the end goal, but from the process itself. When you practice self-discipline in alignment with your values and purpose, the journey becomes as meaningful as the destination. Fulfillment arises from knowing that your daily actions reflect your deeper intentions, and that you are consistently progressing toward a life of your own design. Every challenge you face and every obstacle you overcome serves as a testament to your resilience and commitment. By integrating fulfillment into your practice of self-discipline, you prevent the process from becoming mechanical or joyless. Instead, you cultivate a sense of satisfaction that fuels continued growth. C. Practicing resilience in the face of adversity. Resilience is an indispensable trait in the pursuit of self-discipline. Life will inevitably present adversity, whether in the form of personal challenges, career setbacks, or unforeseen obstacles. The key is not to avoid these challenges, but to build the mental and emotional resilience to face them head-on. Resilience is about flexibility and adaptability. It's about accepting that setbacks are a natural part of life and that they do not define your ability to succeed. Instead of seeing difficulties as barriers, view them as opportunities for growth. Each challenge you overcome strengthens your discipline and contributes to your journey of personal mastery. To build resilience, practice reframing negative thoughts and embracing a growth mindset. Cultivate an attitude of perseverance, knowing that resilience is a skill that can be developed over time. Resilient people bounce back from failure faster, learn more from their experiences, and continue moving forward with greater determination. 4. Living with purpose and grace. As you continue on the path of self-discipline, remember that this journey is not just about achieving goals, it's about living a life that feels meaningful, balanced, and authentic. Self-discipline allows you to live with intention, making choices that align with your values while also remaining flexible enough to adjust when necessary.